It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Say that, nigga. Shit. Bar, bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog meat. Slap Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough, I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough, I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough, I'm still trying.
I just left the light in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this shit.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with Herbie, man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with Herbie, man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with Herbie, man.
Well, gotta get a piece of my pleasure, a little adventure.
Joe V. He looked down, seen his feet, the nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously, in no time, switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously. Can you?
You don't understand. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply.
Dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with me. Oh yeah, everybody.
I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Don't know me, want it. Nigga,
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it? Oh shit! Get your hands off of me, shit!
I think we OD. I think we OD.
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is when you're my word. Can't be my equal. I know what you
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the juice, it pulls up in the juice. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the juice, it pulls up in the juice. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Bishops.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, that means time to come on in. Man, and I must say it was beautiful up here today. I didn't play pickleball. I know people probably did. They didn't open the golf courses back up. It was 52 degrees today, which I do believe set an all-time record. I believe that this was the warmest January on record, going back with the warmest December on record. But I'm not complaining, because when you got to drive in the front of all that bullshit, it's not any fun. So the thing I'm going to start off with tonight is we are within the 2 weeks of the Super Bowl. Oh, let's start off. I'm just drinking water tonight. So pop them if you got them. I'm taking the herbal gubbies. So I still ain't smoked all this joint. So you want to smoke with me? See where the lighter is. Smoke with me. Here we go. Yeah, I think the years of smoking this shit every day, I can't do it. The herbal gummies are just as good without the hurting of the throat. So smoke them if you want them. I'm sorry I didn't go in order. I'm out of practice. I'm going to go right into what's happening. Did you see about the 3 guys who died in a friend's backyard after watching the Chiefs game? Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, they
It says they're showing a new video from the backyard. So yeah. But what I want to get into first, well, I mean, I guess I can get into that. I don't know if anything new's coming from this. It just says here, new video emerged, the mystery of found dead. New video has emerged, seen outside a home moments after the Chiefs fans were found dead under mysterious circumstances 2 days after they were seen. It's filmed by a neighbor. He appeared where he told a news correspondent where he's getting ready for bed when he noticed a woman who appeared to be distressed walking up from behind Jordan's house, which is across the street. Within minutes, the ambulance and multiple cars were on the scene. So I don't know much more than this, guys. Yeah. But the three men never made it home. Green's females went to the house looking for him. She discovered the bodies in the backyard. So yeah. And I know a lot of people are wondering, is that are we looking at that as I think I need to go away from that. Are we looking at that as a Super Bowl sacrifice? I would say, yeah, it probably is a chief sacrifice. I talked about that. So, yeah, I would say that is definitely a chief sacrifice. That doesn't guarantee them to win. But I definitely think, and speaking of that, I'm going to transfer it over. Yeah, I'm going to transfer it over to another page. So I'm just going to start putting this page. I'll add these. But speaking of Super Bowl deaths, we had a person named Scott Mamaday. He was a native who was a Pulitzer Prize winner. He was 89. He died. We count him as one. Cheetah Riviera, West Side Story. She died. She was 91. And we had Jimmy Wallace, former Houston manager, played 2 seasons. I forgot his age, but he died. So we have 1, 2, and 3. All right. Number 4 for you. Number 4 Super Bowl death. We have. Yeah, brother, turn it up. We have Ann Edwards. And this is the way you want it. You want to be, if you tasted it, and she was so how old? She was 96. So again, you see how the beast treated her? He left her alone until their numbers was right. And that's the way it should be. The queen of biography for her best-selling books about actress Vivian Leigh and Katharine Hepburn, as well as 14 others, died. See, okay, why are they showing it today? If she died on the 20th, they announcing it today. So that's how they do it. Her first novel, The Mystery of Survivors, arrived in 1968. A mystery. So her first bibliography was with Judy Garland. I wonder how she got that. Vivian Leigh, how did she get close to Vivian Leigh? Spent 19 weeks on the bestseller. Also worth about Maria Callas, I don't know, Ronald Reagan, Barbara Streisand, Diana, Princess of Wales. The screenwriting credits include the British thriller A Question of Adultery in 1958, starring Julie London, which was released in the United States as The Case of Miss Loring with Sidney Beauchamp. Early unused drafts of screenplay of Funny Girl. Oh, Funny Girl. Her novels included Haunted Summer. A family moves west. Survivors are a daughter, a son, 3 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, a 3rd husband, author and songwriter Stephen Citron. So she lived a long life and the Beast wanted her, but it's funny, the Beast recorded this 3 hours ago. But we're going to count it because they do. They wouldn't show it now. Oh, okay. They wouldn't show it now. They wouldn't highlight it now if it wasn't counted as the Super Bowl death. Here's our very next one. Hinton Battle, Tony Award-winning Broadway star. He died at 67. Number 5 is Tony Battle, right? 67 Broadway. Broadway. When did he actually die? Today, honor my friend, my dear friend who left us to dance, sing, always high in our heads. This is from the original Wiz. I saw the original Wiz. I saw a couple people. Actually, I saw the original Wiz, but I also saw the Wiz off Broadway. I saw maybe 3 different renditions of the Wiz. But yeah, okay. So he's the original straw man on Wiz. Okay. And this is Wiz the play with Stephanie Mills. And Stephanie Mills, if, you know, like Dorothy was supposed to be a teenager, Stephanie Mills fit that thing. And then they put old ass Diana Ross. She had to be 30 years old trying to be Dorothy. She had to be at least 30. And, you know, because Barry Gordy got a baby by her, you know, and Barry, you know, Smokey Robinson was the first to get it. And then he handed her to Barry. And then Barry knocked the child out of her. But that's why the group's best singer was pushed out the group, Florence Ballard. But anyway, so I guess he had a song out today. My friend, let's see. Where's my cigar? Get this all in order. Yeah, here we go. All right. All right. He won 3 Tonys, all in the category of featured actor in a musical. And his performances in Sophisticated Lady, The Tap Dance Kid, and Miss Saigon. Miss Saigon got Play of the Year, I think. He only acted in Tony history, take home 3 awards for a feature actor. They also honored him. Okay. He appeared in production Chicago Dreamgirls, Dancing, many others. Additionally, TV credit for Buffy and the Vampire Slayer, Touched by Angel, Quantum Leap, and the Tracy Ullman Show. Okay, they don't report how he died. When did he die? He died on Monday. Okay, and they're just now reporting it. All right. Here we go. I read about her. All right. That was one more. He switched it up on me. It seemed like it was definitely one more. Man, I'm sorry. I got to watching the damn story about Alexander and shit. That shit, let me tell you, that. Now, I've said this before. If Alexander the Great was real, he was some type of sacrifice, but none of that shit makes sense. They say in the back then, they could move all these massive amount of men and logistics, and that he could leave his capital for 13 years. I think maybe he goes back once in 13 years. How did they feed their people? If your king is out there fighting, first of all, well, you know, you can poach food off the land, but how did the capital get fed? I guess there was some natural resources, but they switched it on me. It was one more. Maybe it's this chick. No, I can't count her. Can't count her. She ain't have nothing to do. Well, they switched it everything. Let's see if I can catch it back. Because there was one more person that had passed that we should make the list. Should have wrote all the names down before I got to clicking, but that's all right. Ain't that big a deal. Let's see. Maybe it's back in news. No, U.S. News. Let's see. Because they had them all lined up together, which was interesting. It was interesting. They were all 4 down a paddle. Or maybe it's just those 3. Yeah, because I already did her. So already we see, and we're up to 5. We're up to 5. And I might find another one just messing around. But we're up to 5. Yeah, I'm not going to count her because I don't know. I think she lives in England or somewhere. So, yeah. No, I can't count her. She wasn't famous. You count famous folks. That's who we count. Hey, Joey, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, doing the cosmic slide. You just saw it. Oh, you just watched Alexander? Yeah, I was watching that shit. And I was like, oh, shit, let me get on and talk. I'm going to be up all night. Rail Bell, thank you for coming. I think so. It's a chief sacrifice. Oh, indeed. Oh, D. Wow. Oh, you loved. I did too. The play was way better. Yeah, the play was way better than the movie. If you saw Stephanie Mills, and that's why I just like, when people say they make movies bad because, well, they made movies for ego. Mahogany was terrible. I don't know if y'all remember Diana Ross with Mahogany. That was a terrible movie. I want my man. All the time, she ain't got time for him because she making money, and then she wants her man. I thought that was terrible. But the Michael Jackson, I mean, for what they had, it's entertaining, but the play was way better. Play had everybody's like, God damn, we leaning on down. I mean, it was so much better. It was the way they had it is they would come into the crowd and shit, and the crowd would be singing. Man, that shit was like every different people I saw put it together. It was still good. It was still good. So, just funny the amount of nigga news today and the people that are interested in the nigga news. That is some funny shit. Niggas got their own separate news. All these nigga reportings. Well, we got to report on the niggas this was the other one. I knew it. It was another one. I ran into it. Okay, let me write her down. It's 6, y'all. Yeah, this one definitely is one. All right. So the next one, and this is, again, I wouldn't think I guess, that was around a little, okay, he married younger. All right. I know a lot of y'all don't know the Beach Boys, but this mug right here, I think it's Brian Wilson and Help Me Rhonda, Help Me Rhonda. What was the other song? I don't even know if Rhonda was their song. What? Everybody surfing USA. That was the Beach Boys. Then I don't know what they did to him, but you can see the way his face is twisted. He had a stroke or he had something. They did something to this cat. But anyway, who she is and why they killed her today, let's see when she really died. Let's see. And this story was just released a day ago, okay? Melinda Wilson, whose love story with Brian Wilson was portrayed in the biopic Love and Mercy. I never heard of that. Is widely credited with helping bring the Beach Boys founder back from psychological ruin. Again, whatever happened to him, they still made money off him. The death was announced on Brian Wilson's Instagram page, where the 81-year-old singer, so he's around my mom's age. My mom's about to be 83. My heart is broken. Melinda, my beloved wife of 28 years, passed this morning. Our 5 children are just in tears. We are lost. She was more than my wife. She was my survivor. He didn't write this shit. This is one of the publicists. She gave me the emotional security I needed to have a career. She encouraged me to take the music that was closest to my heart. She was my anchor. She was blah, 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 blah. Oh, hell, they didn't marry when he was famous. He was washed up. They married when he was washed up but had bread. The couple married in 95. Yeah, his hits was in the 60s. They probably toured, made a little bread touring, but his hits was all in the 60s, so his popularity, yeah. But again, you tour, you can make that bread. The film dramatized how she helped him deal with mental illness and provided him a path to health away from the Eugene Lady, the famous therapist seen as the ever undoing control in Wilson's life. I'd never heard of the movie. The couple adopted 5 children. Okay, I was about to say, he got 95. My mom was kind of old. I think she was 95. Shit, what was I? 35, 30 something? Yeah, 95, I was 30 something. Children joined in addition. Our mom, Mary Kay Ledbetter Wilson, passed away. She was not only a model, father, blah, blah, blah. See, even when she was younger, they had the crooked face. See, it's something that happened to him. And I don't know what happened to him, but maybe they replaced him. I don't know. In 2015, when Love and Mercy came out in theaters, the Wilson did interviews to promote the film. I didn't know how tough watching it would be, Melinda told Nightline. I was more nervous than him. And when I took it to see it after, I said, oh, what do you think? And he goes, oh, it was really a lot worse than real life. I bet it was. But there were parts that were painful. I like when me and Melinda first met, he said. Favorite scene in the movie. I remember meeting her at a dealership, a Cadillac. God, she's a pretty girl. That's a pretty girl. I just said to myself, God, I think I'll see her again sometime. God, she's a pretty girl. That's a pretty girl. He was previously married to Mary Wilson Rutherford of the group The Honeys until 64 until their divorce in 78. They had 2 children, Carney and Wendy. Remember, they did a song, Carney and Wendy. Carney's the chubbier one, and Wendy, they did a song. They had a group, the Wilsons, I think. An interview with the Times, the top of biopic, Melinda said he doesn't swallow in the mire of his negative. He just gets over it like it does with his music. It's not negative. It's just not negative. It's like when he wanted to set our wedding date on Marilyn's birthday so he wouldn't forget that day, some people would look at it as negative. For me, I thought it was funny. Marilyn, who the fuck is Marilyn? Oh, his ex-wife, Marilyn. Melinda Ledbetter was born in Colorado, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. In 1989, Landy forbid the couple from seeing one another, but it was a therapist who finally ended up on the outs when a lawsuit contesting his conveyorship resulted in Landy being constrained from contacting Wilson ever again. It was at that time he and Ledbetter reunited, marrying 3 years later. So we have to write her down, so that makes 6. That makes 6. Hey, what's up? Hang Hand, what's up? Thank you. Hey, Jamar, thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. So that's number 6, y'all. That was the last one. That was the last one. Yeah, so if you don't think, this beast is going to be hungry in it and all this buildup of all these energies, this is their highest sacrifice time of their year is right now. Right now is the highest sacrifice time for them. So this is why everything, is built up. I mean, that's why the awards is all at the same time. The beginning of what really we know is not the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year is in March and then again in May, depending on which count you go. So, they put us under their death cycle. That's what this is. This is telling us that everything starts when it's dead. Come on. That's what they think about us. But this is their high ritual time, too. And, you see, they display it. They display who they are. Like Christmas watching the Pope. That's a wild shit. I was sitting there watching the Pope, and that was some wild ass shit, watching the Pope and shit. I was sitting there like, damn, the Pope is fucked up. That shit looked like anything could come out of them walls. It is so confusing. It doesn't look like anything holy. And as I said before, the use of children so much. Children's constantly singing the children's choir and all the problems that they have. And, they do the opposite. They're like, we don't give a fuck what they say about us and the children. We're going to still show that we are lovely people, churchly people, and we still love the children. That's the PR thing. That's the PR battle. So I found it odd. But that's the world. Did you guys see, both games was pretty decent. The game I watched both games. First game was a blowout. They tried to make it at the end, but it was too much Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was in the ass and Booker was deferring to him. And the second game, they was D'ing their ass. They was talking about, they blocked one of Aiden's shot. It looks like he missed 2 shots in a row, and then they kind of blocked the third one he took. I didn't see though the great defensive the defensive difference in Doc being coach. I didn't really see that. So I don't know. Maybe y'all saw something, but I didn't really see that tonight. So I found that interesting. But Dame Dollar, I mean, he really didn't make a difference. Lady hit a couple shots, but it seemed like Portland. Really, it seemed like Portland flubbed some from like the last 2 or 3 possessions they had. It seemed like they flubbed it on purpose. One time, a dude just hit the ball out of bounds. Him and the dude was going for the ball, that number 1, and he just hit the ball out of bounds. 2 plays later, they was taking the ball out. He was in the press. He just kind of gave it to him. Oh, well. So, I think that comeback was manufactured somewhat. I think it was kind of manufactured. But, good game. And entertaining. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be entertaining, and that's what it was. But today I was out, just chilling. Went grocery shopping. I'm gonna go grocery shopping again today. Is a couple things. Get some. Well, we had toilet paper. We thought we was out, and I went digging, and I found 6 more rolls. So we'll still get some more. You know how women are. And yeah, fun time. Nephew's birthday is today. So happy birthday, nephew. He's big 19. He's the one I followed last year. I kind of hate he graduated because I missed going to the games. We gotta, go hit one of these games. Because oh my goodness, I wonder. Oh, I don't have it. I gotta see if I can transfer it over. So last night in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Battle Creek. Let me get this right. Ben Harbor, who's undefeated in a lower class, compared to Kalamazoo Central, where I went to high school. So on the floor I played on, the gym is packed. You can see from the pictures. I'm gonna see if I can try to get it to come over tomorrow. But they showed my young cousin at the end. He cuff dunks it. It is nasty. I mean, he comes up and he cuffs it, then he breaks out the cuff. Oh, it was sweet. But they blew him out. They didn't blow him out. It was a good game, but they beat Kalamazoo Central. And Kalamazoo Central had beat some good teams. So young cousin, Mustafa Muhammad is his name, out of Benton Harbor. I don't know what year he is, but it is my first cousin's son, Marcus Muhammad, who played at DePaul. El Reborn Amaru Khan, how you doing? Giannis missed 2 free throws at the end on purpose. Did you see that 3-pointer he tried to shoot at the end of one of the quarters? Oh my goodness, it's horrible. But I'm gonna tell you, I said, yeah, I saw him miss the free throws, but that Portland gave in the ball. It was like out of 5 times they scored the other 2 times, but then 5 times they gave the ball away. Damn. So, but it was a good game, but it was definitely Milwaukee still just not that good. Oh, Singleton. Oh my goodness. He is so stiff. He has no quick spurt. I mean, again, when you're a veteran, you can learn how to get separation, but him, oh my goodness, like they gave him an isolation in the first half. It was so slow watching him trying to get into his move. I mean, it was like, dude, man, all your quickness is gone. Dude stayed with him, and then he kind of just sidestepped a little bit and got free. But it took him way too long. Every time he did something, that young boy was in his ass. So it made him try something else. Because he tried to first, body him, and dude was like, yeah, I'm not going nowhere. And so then, he's trying to shake him. Dude is with him. So he takes him in the lane and then finally skates a little bit to the left to get some separation. I'm like, yeah, dude ain't got it anymore. And, not only do they got Ghana's sorry brother, they got the other Lopez. Now, I've said before, the other coach they fired, Griffin, wanted to get rid of Ghana's brother for sure. That's why he got fired. He got fired for wanting to get rid of Ghana's brother. Why is the other Lopez there? You tell me that they need both Lopez and Ghana's sorry-ass brother? I mean, that's why, they're not that good. Them is 2 dudes that don't need to be there. They taking up NBA spots. Ghana's, that's probably part of the deal, that his brother got to be there while he there. I bet you anything that's the deal. Brother got to be on the team if I'm here. So it was interesting. Who's your Super Bowl champ? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do like this. I think it's only fair to do it Saturday night. I think that's fair. This coming Saturday. Yeah, don't I do? Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, I'll do Saturday. Right? I'll do it tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll do Saturday. And I'll say it then, or maybe even tomorrow night. No, I don't come on tomorrow night. That's right. I don't come on tomorrow night. So, yeah, I'll be back on Saturday night. That's right. Don't come on tomorrow. I'll be back on Saturday night. So, yeah. So, that's kind of, I'm gonna wait then. And I want to see these deaths end up more. So yeah, I think that's a week before is a good prediction, I think. Tom Brady addresses Bill Belichick getting snubbed for head coaching jobs. He's just old. They want younger guys in there, guys who can, relate. It's the day of having some old dude and you can't relate to him and he ain't, he ain't getting, you got to be relatable in some instance, and you get the assistant coaches and him, he tried to make a defensive coach, trying to train him to be an offensive coach. I mean, it just didn't work, and that was him. Like he really, I don't even know why Cam didn't work for him. No, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why Cam didn't work. Oh, let me tell you what. Oh man, they did this. Oh wow, they did this. They traded Plamenco. They traded Palenko. He was one of their best players. Former, not a fan of the Twins trading Jorge Polanco to the Seattle. The Twins traded a longtime second baseman for right-hander starter Anthony DeChambeau, right-handed reliever Justin Topia, outfield prospect Gabriel Gonzalez. They said he was the main piece, Gabriel Gonzalez. Right hand Darren, but yeah, they say this prospect here is one of the real Darren Brown. Reacting to the trade on Tuesday, ripped the Twins over the Polar family. I used to mess with one of the Polars. I used to mess with one of the Polar's granddaughter. She was a trainer. Back when Pat was playing, she was one of the trainers. And yeah, she was telling me wild story. What was the dude's name? Man, she was telling me how one dude, what was his name? I had to look him up. But she was telling me how every time he would hit it, he would record it, and he would bring in there for let everybody to watch. He was a wild cat. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sit in the box with your granddad. She's like, yeah, he wouldn't be happy about that. I used to always tease her. Say, I'm gonna knock on the door when I come to the stadium. She's like, yeah, I know you can't even get into where we sit, so I'm not worried about it. But anyway, the Pollard family seems like they're getting rid of the good players. Noting the starter pitchers Sonny Gray and Kenta Madu left as free agents. Lack of a TV deal. Yeah, they're still with Bally, which has led to lost revenue because they ain't getting paid what they're supposed to get paid. Therefore, reduction in payroll triggered to get rid of him. To fire up the cheap Pollards. They're so broke, the Pollards are worth billions and billions. Even the Polanco trade Twins are still favorable to retain the American crown. Yeah, it was, I don't know why they got rid of him. I don't know. This is the brother. He was solid here. Never got in any trouble. Gives the Twins flexibility to make another move to help out the current roster, which falls in line with Chim's general manager, Thad Levine, told him on Monday when he touted Twins getting $8 million in cash along with the 4 players. We're trying to find a way to add to 24. We still think there's a way to go. We can utilize that money to address other ways to improve our team. Yeah, he was one of my favorite players. And that sucks that they got rid of him. They got rid of 2 good hitters. The one dude that went to the Marlins, I can't think of his name. Alvarez. I think Alvarez was like rookie of the year when they had him. I think he led the league in hits when they had him and they got rid of him. So I'm going to tell y'all, people don't know what to do up here when they get 50 in January. The first day of February is supposed to be in the mid 40s. People don't know what to do. They done open the golf courses up. People are loving it. Bucks don't need 2 sets of brothers. Bucks going to tank on Doc. I just wonder. I mean, to me, if I was his teammate and saw that we got these prospects that could help me. Because I heard there was some rumbles that Lillard asked when Doc took over that Lillard asked to get traded. I don't know if anybody else heard that, but it was some rumbles that Lillard asked to get traded. He asked to get traded. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. I don't know. And what's his name? 22. That cat, not being as agile. You notice they don't play number 24, that European. They don't play him that much anymore. He don't get hardly any playing time. He never really fit in because he's a 2 guard that can't shoot. He drives. As a 2, you got to be able to stretch the floor. What's his name? Singleton. And that's Singleton's problem. With him hurt, he does not seem to be able to stretch the floor, him being hurt. He going back in because, again, with your legs ain't strong, you don't really want to shoot 3-pointers because you just, the oomph comes from your legs. So, did y'all see this? It is, what is it? 15 plus 1,500 on Travis Kelce being MVP. 1,500 on his odds is a plus 1,500 for Travis to be MVP. That's one I'm watching. That's kind of, to see how his story goes is kind of what I'm watching to see how it's going to go. So, the people that got killed in the drone attack was all brothers and sisters. You know that. Isn't that shit funny? They thought it was American drone and they didn't know. See, this sister got killed. Where is she from? She's from Georgia. They said the parents broke down when Brother Bush, there she is. She got droned. So she was in combat and got killed in combat. She was in Jordan on a combat mission or support mission, and she got blowed up by a drone. And along with 2 other melanated folks. So, should they have been over there? Well, I think Caesar should handle Caesar's own business. I think really, this to me how it should go. Only Europeans should be in the army. And I know people say, well, if only Europeans should be in the army, then, it's okay for them to take over. Well, they've already taken over. Why do they need us? Only Europeans should fight. It should be mandatory that Europeans fight. Don't you guys think so? It should be mandatory that all Europeans fight. Not us, Europeans. You're the death mongers. You like war. Yeah, Europeans, y'all start the war and then you want us to get in on it. Well, we need this manpower. I think all you Europeans that want to fight, get them good old boys from all them southern cities that have all that hate in their heart and send them somewhere to kill people. That's one way you can get racism out of here. Put the racists to war. What's better to be racist than war? Oh, you agree, Jabbar. What's happening? Yeah, Robin Lopez is trash. Oh, I'm just saying. Y'all the one want to fight. That's what the remember at Hamburger Hill. She was like, GIs love to fight. Remember that? He's like, what? It's yours. But no, the girl said, your fucking war. And he got mad. We're talking about it's our war. That's what she said. It's your fucking war. I mean, look at all the people like the dude who wrote the movie Platoon. That dude enlisted. He enlisted. And let's not forget the song 19. The average person that was in Vietnam when they had 500,000 people was 19. And Vietnam was nothing but a way to kill baby boomers. That's what it was for. It was to kill baby boomers. One of the biggest birth classes, they killed 55,000 of them last count, I knew. Probably more now. But that's, I mean, if you talk about propaganda and social engineering, you take a generation and you show them cowboy and Indian movies and John Wayne conquering the world during World War II. You even put World War II on TV, Rat Patrol. I showed one a couple weeks ago, dude, where it was, they was in the woods of California playing like they was in World War II. Can't think of the name of that one. And then you send them over there. And Ali said it. Ain't none of them called me nigga. Ali said it. Yeah, I remember one of the buzzers was like, well, we told him to say that. Yeah, okay. That nigga was so spontaneous. But I just think that y'all want to fight. But you know what they do is that they have recruiting stations in poor neighborhoods. Like they had recruiting stations at the mall. At poor malls, not in the rich schools. They don't go in the rich schools. They don't send letters to the rich schools. And, like they called me about my one son. I'm like, well, you know that my son is, special needs, don't you? Oh, okay, thank you. And they hung up on me. That's all I had to say. I said, he's get that special education, all that stuff. Okay, well, thank you very much. And now they put them in selective service automatically when they turn 18. Damn, I didn't hear about this. When was this? Where's this shit here? Damn, y'all hear about? Oh, this is it. Damn, okay. This is some debauchery that I wasn't even looking for. Man accused of killing Massachusetts nurse whose body was found in airport garbage is arrested in Kenya. A man was arrested in Kenya in connection with the killing of a Massachusetts woman whose body was found inside a car in a parking garage of a Boston airport. Okay. Kenyan authorities arrested Kevin Kangathe, a Boston area man who U.S. investigators believe killed Margaret Maggie Matubu before flying from Boston to Kenya. The body of Matubu, a 30-year-old nurse whose investigators say had a relationship with Kangathe, was found in the Boston garage at the International Airport on November 1st, 2 days after she was reported missing. The tremendous and unified effort will provide Margaret's family friends opportunity to see Kingra's face and justice for the terrible crime. And look at him. Got his bucket hat coming back. The week of her killing, an arrest warrant was issued for Kingathe, a Lowell resident who had already boarded a flight to Kenya when investigators determined he was a suspect. He is held in Nairobi. That's where Jane is hoeing. Jane is hoeing in Nairobi. It's Nairobi awaiting extradition to Boston where he faced a trial. He has contacted the Massachusetts State Police for different information. So this is him. So he was African too. So for some reason he killed his African wife. Damn. Damn. What'd you say, Joey? Some of these news stories be absolutely wild. Plenty of sinners, Bucks could have gotten over Robin. Yeah, exactly. You know, young players in the G League, and they want to lock these dudes in these other leagues, and that's the problem. You know, that's really the problem is they want to lock these dudes in the G League and rock them in these other leagues and get some of these Europeans opportunities and some of these bums. But again, it's all about the script. I mean, look at Chris Paul. Chris Paul done broke his hand again, so he guaranteed he gonna play next year. Miss all this year. And probably, no, I don't think he made the All-Star team. That 1 year, he broke his thumb, you know, and which was horrible. Damn. Oh, okay, there's somebody else. That is somewhere else. So, no. Man, did you guys see they was trying to investigate when Mahomes got his helmet broke? Did y'all check that out when his helmet was broke during the game? And they was trying to investigate, and they said because, you know, it got so cold, it's probably, you know, the helmets got brittle. So that's interesting. It was interesting, you know, the way that helmet gave away. And he has the most, Mahomes' face mask is the most pushed back, like I don't know. It is like, I don't, that's not normal. He had to have that custom to have it so pushed in. I guess that's the way he likes it, but I don't see anybody else wear a helmet like he wear. Or excuse me, a face mask. His face mask is, I don't know, too pushed in for me. Chris Paul is an Olympic pool. Why? Again, actors. They need actors. They need actors that used to doing it. Man, I got to talk about it. Every day I watch I like watching style and stuff, but I watch people in England. God damn, it is some ugly people in England. I've said this. I watch young people, and why do young people around America think you got to wear a mini dress to go out? That amazes me. Mini dresses to a T. And I know I've talked about this before, but it still amazes me. England didn't have Prop 48, so they women don't look, you know, they look, women in England look like Americans would have looked if there wasn't been Prop 48. If we wouldn't be in 4 generations from Prop 48, and this is without the butt enhancements, Prop 48 alone made American women look better. That is what made American, European women look better, is Prop 48. They didn't have that over there. And them some homely looking flat booties, no boob women. Oh my goodness. Dressed up, makeup, ugly chicks. I mean, the pretty chicks is chicks from somewhere else. But you can see the English. They some ugly folks, boy. I was like, damn, there's some ugly people in England. You just watch it, it's like you think maybe one or two pretty girls out of, say the little short shows, 60 people, you would at least hope one or two pretty girls. No. Nobody with fat asses. I saw one girl with a fake ass, but I'm just talking about naturally shaped woman, not that fake shit. So, that shit's funny to me, y'all. Damn, check this out. This was the dude. I ain't hating on him, but this is worth reading. And Tony Snell has 3 days to sign with the NBA team to get a retiree benefits, crucial for his family because of his two sons with autism. Tony Snell has 3 days to sign with a team, so he is 3 days short of probably getting his 6 years. And let's say Tony Snell, a veteran, is facing a pivot moment in his career. He has 3 days left to sign with the NBA team in order to fulfill the 10th year of service. Oh, wow. 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 It used to be 6 years. It used to be 6 years. 10 years now to get pension. Whoa, they fucked them over. It used to be 6. In the NBA, it used to be 6. They done screwed these motherfuckers over. Ooh, 10 years. 10-year service required retiree benefits. And this is not merely about basketball, it's crucial. Tony Snell needs to sign with the team by Friday in order to get his 10 years for the Player Association. Somebody, I wonder who he plays for now. Traded the Pelicans, part of a larger deal, found himself out of the playoff rotation when he became unrestricted. Now with the Maine Celtics, Snell is determined to secure a spot. Somebody give him a 10-day contract. Both diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, discovering signs, campaign. Snell and his wife navigate through challenges. Okay. Tony Snell is a skilled 3 specialist. He declared for the NBA in 2013 after his junior season. Where'd he go? Let me see. Skilled 3 embarked on a personal journey after being selected in the first round of 13 draft. Born 91, Snell's basketball began to gain attention his college career. Oh, in New Mexico. He's his junior season picked by the Chicago Bulls. He was the number 1 pick. Yeah. And this is what I didn't understand. This is why I bring this up. In October of 2016, Snell was traded to Milwaukee. Okay. This cat and Rashawn Vaughn play the same position. But Sean is a much better player. They keep Snell and get rid of Shotty. I didn't understand that. They brought this dude. Chicago got rid of him. And I want to say Jason Kidd brought him in because Jason Kidd was the one. I don't know, maybe Kidd was, but Tony Snell was a dude that I didn't think had it. He didn't have it. He wasn't better than Shotty. So now he crying about not having him 3 extra days. He might not get him. He was a dude I didn't think deserved to be there. See, he wasn't better than Shotty. I didn't understand that move. Why trade for him and you got Shotty? Didn't make sense. And Shotty was drafted. Was Shotty out of the lottery? Yeah, Shotty was 15. Shotty was drafted before Jones was drafted. Tyus was the last person drafted in the first round. Get that chocolate in this tobacco. Ooh, that was real tobacco. Man, check this. Oh, look at this. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look at this face mask. Look how pushed in this shit is. No one else wears anything like this. The angle he has it at. I mean, this is really, I don't know. It don't look sweet. Like this looks sweeter. This just don't look good. It's an ugly setup. But I guess, for him. But he likes this pushed on his face kind of thing. So, but anyway, I was doing a little research. And I think my 2 adult children with my first wife, I think they're all related to Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain's mother is from their hometown and has my ex-wife's name. Well, my ex-wife was never given her father's name. She was given her mother's name. Now, our sisters and brothers had, but it is her dad. And Will Chamberlain's mother was Olivia Ruth Johnson. grew in Enfield, North Carolina, where my ex-wife is from. And I guess Wilt spent summers there. So, yeah, that was some interesting. So I shot that to them, and they're like, okay, it's a couple people we can ask. So, yeah. And it never come up before. I've known her since the early 80s, and that's never come up before. So it's funny. You would think something like that would be common knowledge, but it could be age too, you know. Her father, I don't know. I'm something like that is kind of hard, but his mother moved, but I don't know. And did you guys see that injury with Embiid? I thought that was so fake. Did y'all see that injury with Embiid? That was fake. That looked really fake. Damn, what team is he with? But that looked fake to me. That looked real fake. Dude just landed on his leg, and now you telling me that his leg is really hurt? I didn't think so. I think that was fake. Five worst. Yeah, let's. This is it. Hey, y'all remember? Look at one of my old videos. I think it's on this channel. I don't think it was on my old channel. I think it's on this channel where I show John Elway gets a safety on purpose. He takes such a drop. Instead of stepping up, he just keeps going back, going. I think he had the ball on like the 12. He backs all the way into the end zone to get a safety. I mean, he just keeps, remember, I think he lost 2. John Elway lost 2. He lost to Doug Williams, and he lost to somebody else. He lost 2. So let's see. 5 worst quarterback performances in Super Bowl history. Tony Eason, New England Patriots. Yeah, but he was facing here we go. I'm sorry. Tony Eason faced this, but this was really a ritual game for the Patriots. This put the Patriots really on the map. By allowing them to go to the Super Bowl, this achieved them later success. Eason, his Patriots were clearly outmatched by the 15-1 Bears in this big game following the 85 season. I made good money when they lost to Miami, but I won money on this game. Posted a regular 124 points. Quarterback had thrown 16 touchdowns compared to 34 against the unit. Easton completed 0 passes, was sacked 3 times before All-Me finding himself benched for Steve Grogan, who they had did that the whole season. And they ended up losing 46-0. His negative 28 passes on 9 drops is still a Super Bowl 50, nearly 40 years after the fact. Wow. Speaking of overmatched, the 89, so the Broncos lost to the Washington Redskins and the 49ers. They were ranked first in the NFL in scoring, the NFL with 27 per game. Speaking of being overmatched, okay. Yielding the third fewest points, John Elway and the Broncos found themselves a 13-point overdog heading until this one. It played out their way with San Francisco winning by 55-10. For his part, Elway completed 10 out of 26 passes for 78 yards. He threw 2 interceptions, lost a fumble, being vastly outplayed by the MVP. And I think he got a safety too. He got a safety for that game, and that's why they gave him 2. He lost 2, and they gave him 2. Kerry Collins was a historically dominant Ravens defense. The former first-round pick from Penn State completed just 15 out of 39 passes for 112 yards while throwing 4 interceptions. He also sacked 4 times for 26 yards, and 3 of Collins' 4 turnovers accounting for 17 points. It was a disaster performance. Rich Gannon, a journeyman before he landed with the Raiders. Gannon morphed into an NFL Northern California. Fortunately, it did not translate for the big game. Gannon threw 5 interceptions, 3 of which were returned for Buccaneers defenders for touchdowns. That included a one of 44-50 with the final 78 seconds. The end result was embarrassing 20. Yeah, but remember, this was the game they lost their center too. And this was the game where Gannon was traded from them to Tampa Bay. This is my cousin Tony Dungy's Super Bowl. But what's his name? Grodin got credit. But the year before, when he was MVP, when they hurt him on purpose, that was their year to win it. But they didn't change the defense. Jerry Rice kind of hints at that this was a little bit of a fix. Again, him and Tim Brown, I know some of you are arguing, but him and Tim Brown still wasn't fast. They may have had stats and catches, but they wasn't running by people. All right, next one was Craig Morton. Oh, yeah, Too Tall. I hope Too Tall doesn't get killed. When you see a lot of Like all week they've been showing, I played against Tennessee State 3 times. I met, Coach Big John Meredith when he was alive. My coach smoked cigarettes while he coached. Big John had a cigar in his mouth while he coached. But anyway, there's been pictures of Too Tall, when he was the first brother from a black college to be drafted #1 overall. And I don't know if this is him or Harvey Martin. I can't think. I can't tell if this is Too Tall or Harvey Martin. This might be Too Tall. Morton had a pretty bad in the big game. Again, notice preparing you for the Broncos. Defenders that have Harvey Martin and Randy White to share the MVP. Narrator's voice. He was that bad. The former Dallas starter completed 4 out of 15 for 39 yards with 4 interceptions before being benched in favor of Norris Weiss. Who remembers Norris Weiss? We did not make that name up. Morton ended up tallying only 15 or more net yards, 19 more than his interceptions. So those was the worst Super Bowl performances. What is it? I wouldn't want Doc to coach crazy stuff. Chris Paul, they did Tony Smelly dirty. They did. Went #1, by the Bulls. He went #1 by the Bulls after they had Jimmy Butler. What did they need him for? Oh, that would be cool being related. Yeah, for them. Yeah, I saw Embiid injury. Yeah, I didn't think it was that well. Hey, there's my man PJ Allen. What's happening, bro? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. It looked fake. Yeah, I thought it looked fake too. And then the way he was extra limping, I was like, come on now. That didn't look real. That was the last Super Bowl at Miami. Okay. That's a good point. But you see how John lost 2 and then they gave him 2. But that one, that's terrible, where he just keeps backing up. Man, that just was terrible. Just terrible. But you know what? I really might go on that taking Kelsey for the Super Bowl MVP. I might take that money. That might look pretty good. But again, it could be a sucker bet. It could be a sucker bet too. So I want to get in to see these deaths because, these deaths going to keep going. They're going to kill people. We up to 5. They're going to keep killing people or report their deaths up into the Super Bowl. And as we saw Super Bowls past, they take them out right after the Super Bowl too. So we count all those as well. If it happens that day and that night, where, a couple Super Bowls, remember, there was a couple got killed, an ex-basketball player got killed the night of the Super Bowl too. Matter of fact, the ex-Super Bowl football player got killed that night, and a basketball player and his wife got killed after the Super Bowl. So, and Purdy is a hard sell. He really is. Purdy is a hard sell. The way he was scrambling, this little dude, what is he? I wonder how tall he is. He ain't that big. But seeing him scramble, come on, you guys kidding me? He's scrambling, really? Purdy scrambling? You kidding me? Oh, I was looking at this earlier. Yeah, how much is 1 pound of gold worth? Let's check it out, y'all. How much is it worth? Have you considered adding gold to your investment? How much is 1 pound worth? Like, we can just get a pound. If you look at gold, it's usually measured and sold. You may find that an ounce isn't the same weight as an ounce of sugar. That's because gold is typically measured in troy ounces rather than standard ounces. 1 troy ounces weighs about 31.1 grams, while standard ounces is 28 exactly. Although there are 16 standard ounces in a pound, there are only 14 troy ounces in a pound. So today's gold prices, $2,060 actually it is. 1 pound of gold would cost you about 30 grand. 30 grand. And that's the only case of gold bar that weighs a standard pound would be unlikely since bullion is usually measured in troy weight only. The gold bar weighs only 1 troy pound. It weighs only 12 troy ounces would be 24 grand. So, yeah, just a little, but it's actually the price is $20.60 today at trading. I do think. Pretty sure about that. Let's double check my math. Pretty sure about that. Where are we at? Where's gold? Goldfinger. Do y'all remember that Goldfinger and shit? Oh, man, I had to open the window. I turned the fan off, but I got the window open. Where is gold? Where is it? It was 2060. Is it up here? Oh, these are just the top earners. Okay, let's put it in. Gold. Gold price. There we go. This is not what I wanted, but I can use it. Okay, well, yeah, since I started, it's traded. Let's see, right here it says 2054, but I think I'm more current. I think it's 2060. I think it's 2060. Let me see, is that going to change me? Top brands? No. And of course, if you want a coin, you can get a half ounce for about 1,100, and you get a full ounce. You just times another 2,200, because they mark it up. They mark it up. They mark the prices up. Whoa, not that. Sorry, that. This ain't what I want. I didn't really want this. Let's see. I don't know. Let me go back into the stocks. Bring the stocks back in. Because it was showing, when I first came on, it was showing 2060. Let's put this in. Let's see. I know what the top money makers are, but where's gold? Gold is usually right. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So since I came on, yeah, I was right. Since I came on, it dropped $2. Yeah, because it was at 2060 when I first came on and started talking. And now it's down to 2058. So, the gold you have, is chains, no matter what, rings, no matter what you got, it is worth more today. There's a greater value. If you bought this gold 2 years ago, it has a much greater value. So if some reason you got to sell your gold, this is a good time to sell it. Or it's a good time to hold on to it because it's more valuable. Ethereum was the 22. What is Bitcoin? I tell you, Bitcoin has done well. It's up to, what does it say, 42,000. Wasn't that long ago, Bitcoin was hovering around 15 to 20. Now it's up to 42. So, something too, watching this money, y'all. If you got 401k and you ain't watching money, you're not financially mature. You ain't just, whatever on 401k. That's for you to look at this shit and follow it. That's just the best advice I can give you is find another way to make your money. Because, you ain't got to just do illegal stuff. That's why, when you get into hustling, there's so many things that's legal you can hustle. I mean, there's so many legal things you can make money off of. And that's why, the scammers and the dudes that really, like depend on this, like I've said before, I don't depend on this. I do this out of amusement. Out of putting the information out of the people that can hear me. I'm the last one that got to come on this motherfucker to beg and shit. I don't care if you hit the likes. I don't care if you hit the shares. You don't really have to donate. If you do, it's cool, but, I'm good. I'm really well. I am really well, so I don't need to come over here from a perspective of I'm making money off this because it's not that for me. I don't need to. And if you watch my journey, you can see, I don't need to. I never lived, even when I lived in my own apartment when the children were younger, I didn't need this. This is not anything I depended on. So, it's funny, they've been showing things of pharaohs and stuff, and they make the pharaohs look like Arabs. And it's like, come on now, you got to be kidding me. In this day and age, you say the Africans look like Arabs? Oh, and getting back to that Alexander shit, I'm going to tell you guys. Now, I'm going to get back into the Alexander thing. I always thought Alexander, again, I thought it was a sacrifice. It was a sacrifice for the Greeks to be able to come into Kemet and get taught the mysteries. And it took Alexander's sacrifice. I think all that shit about him fighting, I mean, again, it was a weakened country by the time they went over there. A lot of that shit just doesn't make a lot of sense. Supply lines, paying. How is he feeding his kingdom? How is he paying it? I mean, it doesn't make sense. all these stories of telling me you 30,000 people. Do you know? I mean, just logistically, none of this shit they tell us about these great battles really makes sense. So especially like going into anything before 1500, like, you know, anything really before 1700, it's hard to believe some of that stuff, that they was able to get so many people to fight these great wars. Like Hannibal. Hannibal killed off the whole Roman army. But yet, after slaughtering the whole army, miles from Rome, he says, hey, let's take a break. We can go there and take it over tomorrow. When if you read what all his commanders say, it's like, we done beat them, let's go. But of course, he lets them regroup. Africanus, he was able to bring his army in and save the day. When all Hannibal had to do is, you just killed 300,000, 350,000. Go get the rest of them. Now, who did they tell you killed them? The Huns, which was Attila. Which, you know, they linked them German folks to Huns too. Oh. But man, it felt so good up here today. People's all, you know, because when it's terrible weather, but nobody smiles. You know, everybody looks and just doesn't smile. Everybody's like, it's just cold. I don't care. Man, I took my coat over there to get buttons put on it, get it cleaned. $75 to clean the fur. So both coats was 75. So I brought my other coat back. I sprayed some Febreze shit on it. I'm like, it's okay. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, this coat, I ain't gonna, it's the weather's not still happy I bought that motherfucker, because I've been wanting a coat like that. Let me see, make sure all this chocolate. Let me show y'all the shit I bought. First, I'll show you shit I bought my daughter. If she can't wear it, I can wear it. But my daughter showed a little interest in the polo. So, like we had a like $20 credit or whatever, and then ain't a lot of shit I get in there anymore. But this motherfucker was, damn, it says it's originally $75. I don't know about that. Originally $75. And then it was 29, and I had 20 off. So I got this motherfucker, and it's got the Christmas teddy bear, but fuck, I'd still wear this on it. And I like the soda and shit. So for $9, this is a large though. What is it? No, this is an extra large. So I can still wear this, but if she can wear it, she can have it. Or I'll give it to my son, it doesn't matter. But that wasn't a lick. Now, I know I said I put up all the Viking gear, but I saw this weeks ago. And this shit here is cold. I mean, this shit. Dick's, I don't know if y'all have Dick's Sports. Larry Fitzgerald Jr. is on the board. But this was at Dick's Sports, and where's this shit? This is a starter. This motherfucker was $165. Is that coming in? There it is, a little bit. 165. Then they marked it down to 89. Man, they had these motherfuckers 50% off. This is blacked out, Vikings blacked out, with the motherfucking pocket here, pullover, $49. Look at the shit on the back. Look at that shit. That big Viking on the back. Man, this is some cold shit here. Now they got like the big, now they had another jacket. They had the yellow ones, which are really, but they didn't have my size. They have the big all purple one, like the starter jackets, but it's the NFL brand. It was a little cheaper, but that one there, yeah, I like that. Yeah, begging is definitely wild. Yeah. So that was the newest thing. Let me see if I can bring this up. I want to show this shit. Yeah, I want to show this and break this down a little bit for everybody. All right. Tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is a gemstone that represents love, compassion, emotional healing. It's associated with the heart chakra and promotes self-love, spirituality. Pink tourmaline is believed to be helpful for those going through difficult times or working on personal growth. It encourages individuals to love unconditionally with open heart. Pink tourmaline can even make work or chores more available. Tourmaline, let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's not where I want to be. Go back. All right. This will bring in more. Yeah, pink tourmaline's meaning is associated with emotional healing due to its connection with the heart chakra. Pink tourmaline healings and properties benefits. Emotional healing. If you're looking for a crystal to help with emotional healing, then pick pink tourmaline. This is because pink tourmaline releases emotional pain, helps to prevent destructive behavior. The issues can stem from your childhood or recent outbreak. Pink tourmaline also encourages emotional balance by bringing awareness to your negative emotions. Joy. Tourmaline working through the heart is a great crystal for promoting joy and enthusiasm. By changing your attitude, it can make everyday tasks more pleasurable. Track love. I don't need to really track love. Peace, relaxation, forgiveness. And so the other part, oh, that's heavy. I had to bring crystals up here. And a little bit of Robert Simmons, what he says about it. Let's see, just bring it back in there. I want to see if, okay. And, this is how it could kind of look. Like that. Could look like that. And I'm sorry, I should have saved it when I read it last night, but I want to read a little bit of, okay, let me get it right here. Let me get it. Heating and cooling a rubber tourmaline crystal can cause it to become electrically charged, one end negative, then the other positive. When charged, the crystal will attract dust particles or bits of paper. This property of photoelectricity from the heart or piezoelectricity from pressure rubbing was known to Dutch travelers. It was known in ancient times in the Mediterranean. A likeness of Alexander the Great carved in India, dated around the 2nd or 3rd century, confirms this. In the early 1700s, it was imported by Europe. And so, pink tourmaline supports emotional healing. Okay, due to its high lithium content, it's a powerful calming stone that can be emotional and physical body. It is a partner to the black tourmaline and relieving stress and diffusing worry or obsessive behavior. In meditation, pink tourmaline can aid in clearing and purifying the emotional body. It helps identifying emotional patterns. Now, black tourmaline is one of the premier stones. It has the ability to transmute and purify negative energy. All right. And so this is not a bad choice. So I wanted to show this one that I'm wearing now. And this is 3 carats, 12 grams, but this is 3 carats of pink, purplish tourmaline. And yesterday, I've only got this ring a couple of days ago. And yesterday when I was meditating, it gave me the coolest energy. I mean, it was just really cool energy. So like when you fully activate, the Kundalini moves in. It can be hot, cold, but it was very, or just kind of just neutral. No really no cold or warm, and it gave me a very cool energy because it came from my right side. And it was interesting the way stones were introduced themselves. Oh, and always when you buy stuff, get the papers. Get the papers for the shit. Don't buy jewelry, and it better down here have that. Let me see. I can show this part. It shows the gemologist, then looked at it and certified it. So buying jewelry, they ain't giving you papers. Where you getting it from? And I'll tell you, I caught. It just shows you business practices is what business practices are. I'm gonna say that. Be very careful. Yeah, like you. It's hard. Like if you looked at how much jewelry I paid at this jewelry store, and I'm not gonna bust the company out, you would think that all their practices would be above board. So I took a ring there, and I had broke some prongs, and I wanted it sized. That's it. As you know, I tell you, my background is quality control. I'm not a gemologist, but I just notice things. And I noticed when I got the ring back, some of the diamonds, and I've had this happen before. I had a dude, I wasn't gone 10 or 15 minutes. I came back, and I know he had popped some of my diamonds out. So where I bought the ring from, I took it back to them, and they looked at it, and they was like, and they had it, before, and they was like, see, this is not the same. What happened? And they didn't give me zirconium, but I noticed like old mine diamonds, and that's what I loved about that other ring. I loved all the handwork, but they were old mine diamonds, and they're diamonds that were made between the 1700s and the mid to late 1800s. And they're not really made for, well, all diamonds in low light should gleam, but these diamonds, because they had candlelight and then they had oil, they at night they cut them so they shine better under low light. So, and when I got them back, a couple of them was a lot clearer than when I had gotten. And they showed me what they did today. They was like, this, yesterday they was like, this is what you had. This is what you have now. So, and the money I've spent with this company. So it's just a practice. I don't know if it's the individual, and it's nothing I can do about it because they're so old that they don't have the numbers in them. But you still wouldn't think that practice with, I've spent a grip. I ain't gonna say we, I'm saying I've spent a grip. So that was some fun I had, choosing, looking, and seeing the kind of energy I like to carry around. Wow, what happened to it? Am I off? Oh. So thank you. But yeah, begging is wild. I don't get to begging. I need them. What did he say? I need them donations. Donations. Where's the donations? Let me see. So, and it's, like it's funny, Facebook Marketplace where I bought my coat from a cat. Don't buy jewelry on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, come on, that's the stupidest shit you could ever do. Don't buy jewelry. Like, even if you meet somebody, make them go to a jewelry store. Go have them taken, to a pawn shop. Pawn shop, they ain't gotta say like, hey, we're trying to sell this. How much it's worth? They'll do it for you. You can see what it's worth. Wow. What are we doing up against the euro? Man, they don't go to Europe. I'm telling you. Don't go to Britain. Our money's trash over there. 80 cents. Our work money, okay. Yeah. You get euros. If you go over there and get euros, it's a little more. But $1 to euro is still 93 cents. Ain't a good time to go over there. Good time to go up to Canada. $1.35. I think Australia is $1.50. But don't go to Great Britain. Your money is garbage. Ah. Yeah, it feels, I mean, I forget. It's been a long time since this time of year, the weather's been so beautiful. You know, it's been a long time. So, it just makes you feel good all over. Makes me feel good all over. Thank you, Hang Hand. Thank you for that. Hey, never take the jab. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I dearly do. But yeah, I took the pickleball out. I went to the chiropractor, and it's funny. The part of my problem is I have degenerative lower back issues. But I think last summer I hurt my upper back. And so, that's the chiropractor. I can tell when I kind of, am out, and he's like crack, crack up my upper back. So my lower back's feeling pretty good. So I was like, that was positive. I wasn't able to get the needles and stuff, acupuncture, but I'll probably get it next week or week after. Right now I feel pretty good. Just going in. Got my walking in. I go out to the mall, I shop, but I also go out there just fuck around and walk. And tomorrow they're going bowling. I'm just going to bowling alley and hang out. I noticed before the game, Luka met with Shaq and inside the crew. And on the thumbnail on the Beecher report, they have Luka shaking hands with Shaq. Looks like Masonic handshake. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Luka was it Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday? Luka was on the set. Luka was on set. He was on set. So last week he was on set. So I wasn't. That's not surprising me. Yeah, he was on set last weekend. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Timberwolves beat the Mavs tonight. They beat the Mavs. Where was it? What I wanted to show? Might have to go up here. Timberwolves look like they might give them a run, but again, the Timberwolves might be treated the same way the Lions was treated. Same way the Lions was treated. I didn't even look at this hoe. Now, why is this in my history? I never even listened to her. What the hell is this shit? Is this going on anywhere else? This is not really, I don't even know if I want to show this. The teachers went on strike in the city. Again, my daughter doesn't go to city schools, but the city's teachers went on strike up here. Oh, here's some shit. I don't know what happened here. This is like stupid. So I don't know if dude left his car running, didn't lock his car, but you gotta be, you gotta pay attention. Watch this. Now you got a dude pumping gas right here, right? He's pumping gas. This guy gets out the car. Dude's car, again, if you got the key near, a lot of cars won't start though. So I don't know. He jumps in the car. Now, if it's a push start, I don't know. My car wouldn't go. If I'm not in the car, my car wouldn't go. Now, if he left the keys in the car, who's that stupid? Like, do you leave your keys in your car when you pump gas? There's anybody out there? Do you leave your keys in your car when you pump gas? Anybody? Do you ever leave your keys in your car while you're pumping gas? Yeah, because if I'm not in my car and I'm right here, it's nothing he can do to steal my car. Push start. Now, I guess if my Taurus, I guess he could take the Taurus, but he couldn't take the Acura. The Acura won't. If I come out the car, the Acura won't start. Now, if it's already running, yeah, you could take it, but you couldn't. You couldn't take it. If I'm out the car ain't gonna start. So a couple dumbass people said that happened to him. Right after the handshake, Right after the handshake, Luca drops his 73 or whatever. Yeah, okay, I feel you there. Yeah, but he was on set too with them cats. That's what's interesting about that. Luca has all seen eye. Yeah, I pointed that out a couple years ago. He sure does. When they came in the league, they had Nazi haircuts. They was trying to look like Nazis. The name of the video is Luca joins inside the NBA. That to me sounds like he's officially in the club. Yeah, he was. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Say you don't. Yeah, hang hand. Yeah, exactly. Who does this? Who keeps the keys in the car? Or who keeps the fob in the car? That's what a lot of people do is you keep the fobs in the car. Don't keep the fob laying in you know, somebody can start it if the key's in there. And where's this dumb chick? She's the one. Here. She's stupid as hell. Listen to this chick.
In a gas station. Kind of the corner of my eye, I heard door slam and the door's lock, and this guy just got in my car and sped away. Never.
Damn, does she have a cow neck on? Okay, she ugly, so she's probably from Wisconsin. She's not a native Minnesota, but anyway, let her go again.
And this guy just got in my car and sped away. Never saw him other than a blur. I was pretty stunned, I think, for the first several hours.
Thankfully, both cars were recovered. Allison's with some body damage and smoke damage inside.
Smoke damage.
Allison and John both say the experience has been a lesson in vigilance.
Don't be a dumbass. Don't leave your fob in your freaking car. That's just, you know, that's stupid shit. That is just plain stupid shit. Don't leave your fob in your car. That's pretty easy to, you know, stop. Like I had a friend, and you know, my friend, I was like, I had to ask him. It's one of my son's friends, you know, young cat that lived with me for a little while, but he's always been one of the guys. He came to the wedding, and he got his car stolen, and I'm like, he went in the, and I know, I said, you was high, wasn't you? He's like, yeah, I was high. I'm like, damn, how you leave the car running and not unlocked, and unlocked at the same time? Like that doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. Man, I've been doing a little more studying about Napoleon. Napoleon did a lot of good. I mean, that movie, just to show some, yeah, they shortcomed him in that movie. They really did. Did Bonnie and Clyde rob a bank in Minnesota? I know the Jesse James and them tried, and they shot the shit out of them. I got to go down there one day in the Jesse James days. And it's funny, they haven't made snow on this hill next to me. They haven't made snow, because on this hill, you can inner tube, you can go to a high ski, you can go to medium ski, you can ski board, all that trick shit. They got all that shit. It's snow over there. It ain't snow anywhere else on this big ass hill. I mean, this is a giant motherfucking hill, but not here, not around. They could practice baseball outside. Basically, it's just kind of wet. Yeah, they done put the homeless people out again. they put them out of one spot. They went to the next spot. They done put them out of there. Could never leave the homeless alone. They build a, what do they build here? They say niggas is standing in lines, just sitting in their car. They build a Harold's chicken. Harold's chicken. You know, old Chicago staple. They said people waited in line in their cars for 3 hours. What is it with you colored folks and chicken? What is the problem there? Why would you want chicken that bad that you'd sit 3 hours in your car to get some fucking fried chicken? Go to Bojangles. Well, ain't no Bojangles up here. You can go to Bojangles. We got Bojangles. We got Cane's. Raising Cane's. They don't make nothing but chicken fingers. Raising Cane's. We got Chick-fil-A. So we got all that shit. What is, you know, and then we got what is his name? Used to be married. Chris Humphreys has a place called, damn, they're building more. Isn't it in here? It might be in here. Let's see. Let's see if it's at home. No. I caught it earlier. But he's got one restaurant. He's building 3 more. Chris Humphreys is building 3 more. It's one in Minnetonka by my brother-in-law. We haven't tried it yet, though. But damn if I'm going to go to Harold Chicken in 3 hours. But I'll say Raising Cane's used to be, man, you went down there when it was just one in Lakeville. No, Apple Valley, excuse me. Yeah, you sitting. But first time I went in there, I'm like, where your barbecue sauce? Oh, we don't have barbecue sauce. We have cane sauce. I'm like, you motherfuckers bullshitting. They got good tea, though. Cane's got the best tea. Yeah, by far the best tea. Yeah. I go get gallons of their tea all the time because I don't drink, I drink beer and water. That's it. So if I start drinking that tea, that's more caffeine. So I'd rather drink water than tea, but I like tea and I like canes, and I think I might go get some canes tomorrow. So yeah, didn't have a lot of debauchery, which is okay. It's okay. Yeah, where is that thing about Chris Humphreys though? Maybe that's on Carrie Levin. Where's Carrie Levin? WCCO. Carrie Levin. One of them had about Chris Humphreys thing. Who was this nigga charged with? Damn, he had one of my things. I don't see it. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa, when was this? What do they say? 5 teens arrested in Minneapolis carjacking, but police say numbers are overall down. Whoops. Let's catch this from the beginning. This is a little bit of mild debauchery, but because really now them Hondas ain't as easy to steal as they were. If you've had automatic start, then you ain't got to worry about it. They can't steal those. They steal the ones that ain't. They were stealing the ones that was cheap and didn't have automatic start. But I'll play this a little bit of debauchery. Whoops.
Joining us, we start tonight with an arrest made in a carjacking just hours ago. This happened at I-94 and Dale Street as Minneapolis police were following a stolen car into St. Paul. 5 juveniles in the car, all were arrested, but not without a chase. The Twin Cities are, of course, no strangers to auto thefts and carjackings. Minneapolis and St. Paul, cities across the country, saw carjacking numbers skyrocket in the last few years.
But now police in both cities say the trend is changing. Gordon Severson checked the latest numbers, and he joins us. Gordon?
Yeah, I checked in with Minneapolis and St. Paul Police and the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, and all 3 agencies say carjackings are down, but the numbers still aren't back to where they were before the pandemic. So law enforcement agencies aren't ready to celebrate just yet. The COVID pandemic changed our everyday lives in so many ways. For Sergeant Thomas Siegelstrom,
I think 2020, we started to see a huge increase in carjackings.
The pandemic brought a new job title. He now leads the carjacking and auto theft unit at the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office.
It was startling when we first started the unit to see individuals as young as we were dealing with.
According to Minneapolis and St. Paul Police, the carjacking numbers hit their peak in 2021, with 655 in Minneapolis and 103 in St. Paul. 2 years later, the numbers are down 54% in Minneapolis and 60% in St. Paul.
Definitely trending downward over here.
But compared to pre-pandemic, the numbers are still high. In Minneapolis, the 305 carjackings last year was still nearly 3 times higher than in 2019. In St. Paul, the numbers pre-pandemic were so low, they didn't even track carjackings as a category of crime.
Carjacking, it's an official title now. But it was a robbery in the past.
St. Paul Police Sergeant Mike Ernster says officers see a lot of teenagers involved in carjackings, and they see a lot of repeat offenders.
We're having a lot of carjackings, but the number of people responsible for them was a small group.
Sergeant Siegelstrom agrees the 5 teenagers involved in this latest carjacking,
all 5 were well known to the Ramsey County carjacking auto theft team.
And even though the numbers are going down, Siegelstrom says their work is far from over.
Carjacking at gunpoint is hard trauma to get over. Our hope is no one ever has to deal with that.
And this downward.
Yeah, I want to say I like the way his suit fits, and this is a nice look. You want to have, you want it the way his shirt is. You want to have all that exposed with it tied. This is nice for him. This is nice. There was a little sloppy here, a little sloppy there, but overall, not bad. I like the way the shirt cuts, and you could have this cut a little closer here. Yeah, the way you have it here, you could have it a little closer. You could have that a little, like you could have the way the suit cuts right here. And I don't even wear suits. All right. Let me see. Never take the jab. What'd you say? This happened to me the other day. I ran in to get gas, left the car on, and I went back to the door because I forgot what number pump I was at and noticed my car door was open. I ran out and there was this young dude hopped inside because I knew how to move the clutch. There was this young dude hops out because I know how to use but he tried to take off. Okay, because he couldn't probably drive a stick or something. I knew that the story of them, wow. But he drove. I'm sorry that happened to you. Nah, this is something new. So I knew that the story of them Chief fans freezing or whatever was tied to the Super Bowl. This dude the accused name is Jordan and Willis, and the 49ers have a player named Jordan Willis. The Make a Million jackpot is 33. 33. Wow. I got some Heralds when I left Gary last week. Yeah, it wasn't okay for sitting in line. Yeah. That's why here, man, I ain't worried about that. There's so many places to eat that I ain't even worried about that. Oh, yeah, just one story. They killed I'm gonna show this story because this is fucked up. What they did to the girl. I'm gonna let that run. Let me cut that off. This is fucked up the way they set this girl up. And I reported. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I reported on this story a year or two ago because I think this is the fourth year of this channel. Yeah, this is the fourth year of this channel. So, yeah, a year ago, 3 or 4, about maybe 2 years, I reported about this. But here's a follow up.
Realtor Monique Ball went to show a house in Maple Grove and never came home. Prosecutors say she was lured there, then kidnapped and shot in a Minneapolis alley.
4 people received life sentences in the case, but today the Minnesota Supreme Court reversed Elsa Segura's conviction and is sending her case back to the lower courts.
Morgan Wolf talked to legal experts about the case. Morgan?
In 2021, a jury found Segura guilty on 4 charges in relation to Baugh's death. Today, the decision reversed 2 of them, aiding and abetting first-degree premeditated murder and premeditated attempted murder. She is now entitled to a new trial.
In a 50-page opinion, the Minnesota State Supreme Court details why they reversed Elsa Segura's conviction, pointing to 2 issues: insufficient evidence and jury instructions. Starting with the evidence, Segura, a former probation officer, admitted in court she set up a fake home showing with Monique Baugh to help her boyfriend, Lyden Wiggins. Prosecutors say that Wiggins had a falling out with Baugh's boyfriend, John Mitchell Momo. Segura testifying that she didn't know of the plan to kidnap and kill Baugh. Prosecutors argued there was circumstantial evidence that could lead Segura to knowing about the plan, such as using her job resources to see her boyfriend's violent record.
Yes.
Attorney Shauna Kiefer, not affiliated with this case, says circumstantial evidence isn't enough.
If what we're basing it on is circumstantial evidence, there can't be a different hypothesis. That's
God damn, I'm glad she a lawyer, cause shit, this is the ugly chick too. Damn, look how fucked up her hair is, how thin it is. She must be stressed like a motherfucker.
reasonable.
She ain't got no bounce or shine. She is stressed up to her neck.
Other than guilt.
As for the jury instructions, she says the high court found parts of it too vague.
When viewed together, these instructions misstate the law because by their plain language, they allow the jury to convict Segura of kidnapping for the actions of others without reaching the issue of her liability.
Kiefer adds she was surprised at the detail in the court's decision.
In this case, they were still incredibly thoughtful and really went through the law here, and I think they got it correct.
We reached out to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office that sent us this statement. Following the Minnesota Supreme Court opinion issued today, the case reverts to its status just before the trial. Ms. Segura will be transported back to Hennepin County Jail to face the 2 remaining counts of first-degree murder while committing a kidnapping and kidnapping to commit great bodily harm or terrorize. If found guilty on those 2 remaining charges, it would still carry up to a life sentence in prison.
Because this state, they don't play. If you're involved, well, most states, if you have something to do, and I've said this before about my ex-wife, we had broke up. She started dating this dude that just got out of prison, and they weren't together very long. He was sent back to prison. And so in this guy's life, she knew the guy for a couple years in his life. The short time he was out in the street, this guy took this guy and 4 other people tried to rob a dope boy. 2 of the dudes go down in the basement, take the guy, trying to find out where the money and the dope is. This guy and his son are upstairs. The 2 guys in the basement, they killed a dude. Then they all leave, didn't get the dope, didn't get the money, and got caught. And his son got what he got, life. Father and son, life. I'm like, you can pick them. You can pick some losers, bud. And that's why we ain't together today, because, she likes losers. I still help her out when I can. I ain't no hard feeling that shit. Long ago. Ain't no hard feelings to her. That's why she's where she is and I'm where I am. And we're both happy to be where we are. Now, it's funny. My wife and I started watching Bonnie and Clyde. When I watched the original Bonnie and Clyde, when I was probably going in 4th grade. Going in 4th grade, I watched the original Bonnie and Clyde with Faye Dunaway and not Ned Beatty, but the other dude that boned all Ned Beatty, yeah, maybe Ned Beatty. No, yeah, maybe. No, whatever his name is. Dude now, as he's older, he's tan. Whatever Beatty that is. Warren Beatty. Yeah. Yeah, I talked about that all. I talked about this a couple days ago. The trooper that they're charging and the dudes left, they brought him in. Oh, yeah, let me see if this motherfucker was strutting in hard than a motherfucker. Oh, there goes my favorite news person. Oh, she is whipped tonight. She loves her red. Look like she lost a little weight. Check her out. This chick, look at her hair. This is not a weave. This is this chick's hair. So you don't need all that fake weave. If you take care of your hair, that's all you got to do is take care of your hair. Yeah, she's lost a little weight. You can see it in her face. You can see it in the way her shirt fits. But let's go, sweetie.
A state trooper charged after a deadly traffic stop will make his first appearance in court today. Trooper Ryan Londrigan is facing 3 criminal counts for second-degree murder without intent, along with assault and manslaughter. Ricky Cobb II was shot multiple times last July on I-94 North Minneapolis. It happened during a traffic stop when troopers pulled him over for driving without taillights. Dashcam video shows Cobb trying to drive off and was then shot by Londrigan. Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty said the use of deadly force in this case was not warranted.
As with all Minnesota law
Okay, we already heard all this. Where's he at? I want to see when they show him come in. We already know what you said, chick.
In this case.
Okay. I wanted. Oh, they're gonna show it again. Okay, they can show that part again.
Trooper Londrigan will be in court
again. He shoots him right here. When he pulls off, this guy shoots.
and bring you coverage starting in our news at 4.
Oh, they didn't show him. I want to see them pictures where they bring him in court. He's cocking a motherfucker, boy. This motherfucker come in court. He's like, let me see. They got them pictures where this nigga coming to court? They don't. Wow. Oh, here he is. I think he is. Let's see. Oh, I think this is the same story I did already. I don't think this is anything new. Here. This is the one. This is the one I think. It's this one. Yeah, this is where they showing him going into court. This is where I want to show him going to court. Let's see what they say about this.
Were accused in the fatal shooting of a motorist can remain free without bail, a judge ruled Monday during a brief court appearance. Trooper Ryan Londrigan must surrender his passport and avoid contact with witnesses and the victim's relatives. The hearing was the first since he was charged Wednesday with second-degree unintentional murder, first-degree assault, and second-degree manslaughter in the death of Ricky Cobb, the second, a 33-year-old black man. Now, this is video of the traffic stop. We want to warn you, this could be disturbing to see.
Yeah, but look at him.
Trooper Ryan Londrigan must surrender his pass.
Where's it at? Here, right here. Look at him. Does he look worried to y'all? Does this look like a person's worried? A little bit. He's young. He's probably still on probation. He ain't been with the department. Yeah, he kind of looks shook here. He looks shook. And that's what I was looking for. But hell, I'll look at the shooting again. Let's go.
Trooper Ryan Londrigan must surrender.
No, okay, they're gonna show it again. Yeah, show it again. Here we go.
This could be disturbing to see for some. Londrigan was assisting at the scene after two other officers pulled over Cobb for having his lights out.
He shoots on the left, on the right, the screen right. The guy opened the door. See, he pulls out his gun. His gun is out. Pow, pow.
The vehicle.
Wasn't where my brother was sitting in that car, he would have shot his own partner, right? My brother is the hero. And I want justice for my brother. We're coming respectfully. We don't want no drama, no violence, no nothing. Justice for Ricky Cobb II. We will get that.
Defense attorney Chris Madel has said that Londrigan was acting to protect himself and a colleague. After the hearing, Madel spoke briefly to...
Hey, look at these pictures of him. Look at this pressure, boy. Now, they don't pressure these Europeans that often, but look at all that, the weight of the world. And you notice he's got a, that's, well, I don't hate, my girlfriend is she's probably Hmong, which is Vietnamese or Chinese. But, I mean, again, that look, I don't dislike colored folks. You darkies, my girl's a darkie. Well, she's a yellow darkie, but look at this. Look at that pressure on him, boy. And his suit is cut pretty nice right there. That's a lot of pressure. Check him out, though, through this pressure. How do you think he's handling it? Let's watch it again. How's he handling it? Look at that. That look right there. The weight of the world's in that look. Like it's some unsureness. There's some unsureness going on. Now, they let him stay out. They ain't lock him up. They let him stay out. But look at that. Young boy, short. But, they want this. They want this look right there. See, I don't hate darkies. I don't hate them. Look right here. My girl's a darkie. So, I don't hate darkies. That's what they're trying to show here. That's all. We don't know this is his girlfriend in real life. We don't know. Because she doesn't look as concerned as he does. She doesn't look concerned at all. Now, this is a lawyer right here. This ugly chick is a lawyer. That might be security. He's looking like he could be security, too. Police security. Lawyer security. That's probably one of his counsel. And where he get money. This is big money to defend himself. Now, normally it would be the union defending you. Like in a union, lawyers ain't like them good lawyers. So where's he getting the good lawyers from? That's another thing. His family got money? We don't know. A lot of pressure, though, boy.
Of supporters, including current and former police officers.
So on September 19, 2023, the county police started this case by saying that they had retained a use of force expert. And that use of force expert was critical with respect to the charging decision. Last week, we found that Trooper Ryan Londrigan was charged and did use a use of force expert. Standing behind me is about 100 different current and former police officers. Here's a bunch of use of force experts.
Thank you.
All she needs to do is email me and I'll hook her up with one. I really got to thank everybody for showing up here for this great showing of support for Trooper Ryan.
Now, doesn't this look like European power? Doesn't this look like European power? And you know how they yellowed themselves. They ain't even yellow anymore. They put all that melanin. They made sure, no melanin. But look at all this. What does that tell you? Us against them. And that tell you that? Look at that. And she could pass other than her eyes being slanted and the dark hair. Look at all these Europeans, boy. And these Europeans are all on trial. Their way of life that they can't do anything wrong is on trial here. And what he's saying is a waste of time, that person didn't do what she's supposed to do. You can tell he ain't slept. Look at that. He ain't sleeping so good. Who's paying for him? This I don't think this looks like a lawyer that the police union would put together for a rookie cop or a cop been 1 or 2 years. That's money right there. And this is probably another lawyer. He let him speak. So who gave him all this bread? How he get bread for them? So that says it all. That says it all. Say something ain't right. I feel like the best place I can find is like a B plus at best. I got some Harold's when I was in Gary. It's okay. Not enough to sit in line. Yeah, for 3 hours for that bullshit. Food started tasting trash to me. Yeah, I mean, going out all the time. Like, my wife likes to go out. It's just the way we socialize with everybody. We are constantly going out to eat. And it's like, sometimes, it's like, nah, I'll just stay at the crib. The other day, her and her mother went out. I'm like, nah, I just ate. She had came home. I had ate already. I'm not trying to go up. Right now, I'm 225, so I'm not trying to go back in there and eat another damn meal. And I ate. I mean, I wasn't full, but I had had enough. I didn't eat anymore, And, I'm kind of a private person, basically, I only have a few friends, I don't spread myself out that much, and so I'm comfortable in my own self, I really am. So, and man, we've been looking at houses and stuff. We was gonna go look at this house, and it was perfect near my daughter's school, and it sold before we can even look at the motherfucker, and it wasn't even finished. This house wasn't even finished. The fucked up thing is most of the property was in the front, and it's kind of, I don't know, no backyard. No, the backyard was a a wall of boulders was your backyard. You had enough for a little patio. That was it. You couldn't even run out for a pass. Let me see. I'll never take the jet. What did you say? I feel like pizza's been tasting weird. I only like Detroit has deep dish pizza. That's the only pizza I like. I don't like that little pizza they cut in squares. I don't like that type of pizza. But we got some Pizza Lucia's up here. I'm trying to think, but Pizza Lucia is real good pizza. So we go there, get Pizza Lucia. It's food up here. I mean, whatever you want is definitely up here. Let's see. We need to bring back public exercise. Exercise. We need. So that's the thing of the world. They always want us against them. That's the problem. And it's people don't understand classism, and that's the problem. Because it's a shame. And I'll say with European people, this is the way they get manipulated. They don't understand that they're only used for short periods. Like even in Jim Crow, like when I did the thing on Wilmington, when they used the poor crackers to help put on violence, once they got their objective, they didn't need the poor crackers anymore. They was in power. So they told the poor crackers to stop or they was going to arrest them. So that's how they have done the working class the whole time. We need you to identify with us right now. And then after you identify with them and get their agenda through, then you back next to us again. And that's the manipulation working class people don't understand. That's why they came up with white. It comes from Bacon's Rebellion, really. You look in the history when they came up with it. It's always been manipulating them. So, yep. Hey, Lorenzo, what's happening? Oh, you like this? I don't like them. And Domino's is the McDonald's of pizza. It's the McDonald's of pizza. Yeah, it's the McDonald's. Now, the oldest pizza I ever ate is Little Caesars. You know, Little Caesars started in Michigan. So did Domino's. Domino's and Little Caesars started. So the first, well, Socola's was in Kalamazoo, but yeah, I've had Domino's all my life too. You know, but Little Caesar. I lived next door to a Little Caesars when I was a little boy, and it had the Little Caesars that he went around with the sword, so with the spear, and the pizza used to be good back then. Shit they got now, Little Caesars pizza is trash. I don't mind Domino's. We got a Domino's pizza the other day. My daughter wanted that, so we got one the other day. But we live near a Pizza Hut. I think their pizza's a little better, but Pizza Lucci's better than Pizza Hut. So, hey, Lorenzo, what's happening? Did you see the pattern yet, Lorenzo? I think you finally got the pattern, didn't you? You finally figured out the pattern? I think you did. Just say yes and no if you figured out the pattern. Only if everything else is closed, last option. Pizza Lucci is good. It's good pizza. And they got more than just pizza, but they got good pizza too. I don't mind it. But that's the kind of, we get there. We live near Pizza Hut and we live near Domino's, so. And then we live near, what's the other one they get that we live near? I like, what's it called? Papa John's. I like Papa John's pizza, especially their deep pizza. We have a Chicago pizza here too, place. It's just a restaurant. They don't deliver. If it's still open, I have to see if it's open. Oh, you ain't got it? Okay. Trump trying to do with poor whites? Yeah, I mean, it's through history. That's what Reagan did the same thing. I don't know if y'all remember Fargo. Fargo season 2 was about Ronald Reagan running for president. And, I know a lot of people say, Ronald Reagan, but Ronald Reagan is really, his whole thing was like, it's okay to call everybody niggas again. We are better than them. We have an elite class. If we all come together and you all feel like you part of the same class, we can put that civil rights shit back to where it was supposed to be. That was what he was going around the country telling people. It's okay to say nigga. And you watch this Fargo, he don't say them the exact words, but that's the point. And he was the one to bring that racist shit back. I mean, I've said before, Jimmy Carter's 4 years was probably the most harmony of race, because this is right after the civil rights, right after Nixon got all fucked up, Gerald Ford. And those 4 years was probably the best 4 years of America. Those 4 years was probably the best 4 years of America. And then that racist shit came again back with Reagan. It was like it wasn't cool across the country to be racist anymore for those 4 years. And Reagan came in, and again, he went grassroots because this was an entertainer. That was the first idea where they's like, the movie people got like, we can push this entertainer. And remember, Reagan, people forgot, black folks didn't forget, melanated people didn't forget. We saw what he did to the Panthers. Reagan was the governor of California that went to the war with the Panthers. And the Panthers wasn't going to war with them, even though they did an act of war by taking the Capitol. That is an act of war, which I think was done by the puppets, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. Huey Newton didn't go. And the person, if you go back and watch it, is little Bobby Hinton. That's the first one to get sacrificed by Huey Newton and Bobby Seals. 17-year-old boy that was the shotguns he's holding is almost bigger than him. But that's an act of war, which they should have held it. Should have held them all, But their point is, changing the gun laws. NRA ain't never been for, melanated folks. So... But that's what they do. That's what Jim Crow, helped. And then Mississippi Burning, what did he say? I've told this story over and over and over again. You have the two farmers that's working hard, helping each other to get to harvest. And then the one farmer comes in there and is like, man, my friend, I'm going to get a tractor. We're going to double our money. You can use it. I'll use it on my property. You can use it on your property. We're going to really make more money. And then you can get your own tractor. Shit, that night, that dude and some of his clan friends burned the tractor. And the little boy watched him do it. And the little boy said, Daddy, that tractor was going to help our family. How did you help destroy something that's going to help us? And that was a truth drop right there. That was a truth drop in the movie. There's no rationality to your behavior. This is something that is going to benefit our family. But for him to still identify with that white thing, he tells his son, well, if you're not better than a nigger, you're not better than anything. And that's what they say, you know, people will vote to their detriment by ideology, by believing something that's not, you're not even part of. And that's, again, you know, if you, I guess there is a lot of people that look at Trump and say, well, if I, you know, I say I'm with Trump, you know, I say, well, I'm with a billionaire. And that's doubtful if is he really a billionaire. Maybe he holds some assets, but it doesn't even look like he's really a billionaire. He just has assets and a lot of debt. But they can shift that bread all around. He lives comfortably. And it is dirty the way they're going after him. It's obvious, it's political. And a lot of people are gonna, you know, and you know, is this gonna make the Civil War? Because who, you know, what side would the Europeans take? You know, what side could they really take? Well, you know, it's like what Europeans, what side y'all gonna take? Because is it Trump against, you know, so it would be very confusing for them. They'd rather see, well, we just want to fight the niggers and the people like the niggers. So, and then, you know, letting all these illegals in here, what is that? You know, why is that going unchecked? And it's coming through New York. You know, all these borders is being hit. What is that about? And that's, you know, when they were saying you won't replace us. And I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story. When I first moved to Minnesota, let me tell you how quickly things can change. When I first moved here, where I lived, there was a McDonald's up the street. We went to it all the time, taking the children to school, you know, get them a little sandwich, take them to school. Within 2 months, it went from an all melanated staff to all Mexicans. And I'm looking like, what happened here? And I knew one or two of the girls, and it's like, yeah, they just fired all of us and brought in all the Mexicans. So I found that very interesting, just in that one location. And the funniest shit in the world is going to a Chinese restaurant and you see all the Mexicans working in the back. That's some funny shit. That's some funny shit. You know, you see Jose back there cooking. So it ain't really Chinese. It's just, damn, I didn't know this motherfucker got hit by a bus. God damn. Young boy killed by Metro Transit bus. That's got to be kind of hard. Seems like it'd be pretty easy to stay away from a damn bus. Oh, yeah, it feels good in this room now. I've turned off the register, got the window open. It's still, what does it say? 33 degrees. It's still not bad outside. They say, though, if it gets really cold again, that we could, it's going to fuck up the trees because the trees do not have anything to protect their soil. And yeah, up here, this time of year, 48 degrees, right? You know, today. So I'm going to be in Polo Golden Needle tomorrow at the bowling alley. I'm going to be the town clown. You can believe that. But look at these temperatures, 48, 44. I'm going to start playing outdoor pickleball again. 49, 51, 50, 50, 49. Okay, and then we see a little, and look at this. Next Tuesday might rain, but 54. So this is gravy for us. Days is getting longer. Don't get dark until about 5:30 now. Pretty soon it's going to get, you know, so the days is getting longer. And so we'll see if they be talking that drought shit. So it says for the month of February, we're going to have 23 sunny days, 1 day of snow. The average high is going to be 37. The average low is 21. So we ain't going to have none of that cold, looks like. And that's okay with me. There's a shoe. It's the GT3, and they got the the air on the side. Man, that is a shoe I might end up getting when they bring them out. See if I can find them. Let me see. Yeah, this is Nike. I should be able to look them up. Yeah, here we go. For him. That ain't a him. That's her. You guys seen them new GTs? Let's see. Shoes. Yeah, I ain't buying none of that tech shit. Let's see. I don't know. My man that goes to the places, I don't know if I really like these. You guys like these? I don't know if I would pay $2 for this. Or this. I mean, I guess, outfits would match that shit, but where's the ones? And I'm gonna tell you, I could have got the white ones for $150. I hate I didn't get them just to have them, and I could have sold that. These white ones, I could have got them for $150, and I kept putting it off and then fuck around and get them. I like the artistry, but you can't walk in that shit. That shit, you can walk in these a little better. Where's the GTs? Like, how do you walk in this shit? Like, they're not comfortable. This looks comfortable. Yeah, I might grab these. It says it's a golf shoe. I still might grab them. Where's the one? The new GTs. Sabrina's. I tell you, these Sabrina's might be good shoes to play pickleball in. I must check some Sabrina's out. What are these? They ain't got no name for these. What are these? Just in. There's no name. No name. Oh, LeBron. Oh, these are the new LeBrons. Okay, they came in this colorway. Oh, I might have to get these. Let me see. What's that? These are Argonite. No, these is blue jean. Fuck them. I ain't getting them. I might get these. I like they in suede. I ain't getting these. These run small. These is like these. They're made out of the same shit. I ain't getting them. I might get these though. Let's see what else they look like. Ooh, I could get some shit to match this shit. Yeah, I like suede shoes and nubuck. I like these. I might end up getting these. What is these? 2? I might just get them. I like them. These are nice. But again, how you gonna walk in the motherfucker? Where the GTs at? Not these, the new ones. Nah, the new Zions. Fuck these shoes. Ain't nobody buying them. Tatum's released a new one. These are Tatum's. He has a new one released. Blazers. These Air Force Ones. Let's see. That shit is not comfortable. Yeah, they ain't got these GT cuts. I think that's what they're called. I thought about getting these too. Vapor 11, Air Zoom, Night Court, because these are a tennis shoe to play on a hard court shoe. Yeah, I kind of want these. Which colorway is on sale? I don't like them red, but these motherfuckers is comfortable here. Get these for $135. That's not really a bad deal. Let's see. These Chicago's, these are comfortable. These are comfortable. I don't know. Hit or miss. Hey, Sean, what's happening? That's like that black owned corner store in the hood, but see Asians behind the counter. That's a good point. One team's in Portland while the other is in New York City. Which one is the media headliner? That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, Sean, what's happening? How's the weather there? How you doing? You guys like these? These is the hot ones they talking about. Yeah, fuck all these. Wouldn't fuck with. These ain't bad. They're comfortable. Not comfortable, not comfortable. Kind of comfortable. Yeah, don't mind them. I kind of like the way they look. Definitely no. Maybe. Pass on all these. I like the material though. I like those. I get the artistry about the shoes. I do. I'm kind of getting that, but damn, shoes is for your fucking feet. Like, I like these. Let's see. See how good these are selling. Now, there's plenty of them. If you want the 2s, there's plenty of them. Plenty of them on. This is Nike. Plenty of them. And these aren't discounted. These are still $175. I mean, they're clean. I'll give it that too. They're official. True Flight, pass. Is these it? These are it, I think. The cut. No, these are, what is this? These it? No, I don't think these. Night Cut too. Yeah, these are it, but they don't have. Yeah, these are it. These will probably be a pretty comfortable pair of shoes. They got a new one that's got on the side here, got Air, AIR on here. So instead of the swoosh, it says Air on both sides. So it's the Nike GT Cut 3s, but it's got they're Air. They're the ones, the old Scottie Pippins. But those of this shoe is nice. They ain't showing them. And see, you can still get these pretty Either color is still pretty open. The big ones are gone on this side. That's the uglier one. Both of these are pretty ugly. The other ones I'm talking about look way better than those. But yeah, this one's probably a pretty decent shoe. You got, and these ain't cheap. Pretty good, a lot of good stuff in these shoes. So those threes hit or miss. Them threes are hit or miss. Yeah, that's a good point. They are. They really are. You can tell how they do with Nike. I like these. The satins. I've touched these and they still, but I mean, yeah, they didn't do very well. But again, how long can you walk in this shit? But the look and the artistry, I can understand that. I can understand the artistry. Oh, and these, the Gore-Tex still, they're you just want to wear tennis shoes instead of having a light shoe. The waterproof, can't beat those. Bullshit. Miss. These might be a little more comfortable, but affordable. All affordable shoes here. So it ain't like, I'm just saying like Luka's are very affordable. This is Tatum's, his old ones, still very affordable. These are the shiny ones. I bet they don't have any of these. Let's see. I wouldn't buy this shit. Oh, yeah, still readily available. Okay. I wouldn't buy that shit, but that's your thing. Who am I? Those are kind of cool. GT Cut 2. See, this is what I have. I have this. Which colorway do I have? No, not even this colorway. I got a different colorway, but I got these. Not this colorway, though. Very comfortable. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to play pickleball with them this summer. And maybe, next couple weeks. These are cool. I don't mind them. They're comfortable. Cleats. I just love shoes. These are a type of... I'm saying like a lot of what's in Jordans is in the shoe. Ugly ass uncomfortable slides. Yeah, this, I don't know. This might, because I had the original ones in black and red. I might have to get these. These are coming out in a couple weeks. Oh, the 10th. These are out on the 10th. I might get these. I hate to say it. I just might have to get these. I know they're not comfortable, but man, these are official. These are really official. Yeah, these are official. These are definitely official. Yeah, that shit looks good. So I might get them. I don't know. Hard to say. I don't need them. I don't know. I like those though. I do like those. Pass. Yeah, none of these. These getting into cleats and shit. None of these. Golf shoes. What are these? Sustainable materials. And you can see we getting kind of the bottom of the barrel. Tactical boots. This is what my wife got. Let's see if they got the colorway she got. Nope, she got the gray. She got these, and they haven't come yet. I got to ask her about that. Did she order them? Because they should have came. But she got the gray. They're these, but the gray. And maybe they're these, but this looks just all white. Yeah, hers is gray here. Like a light gray. Yeah. Yeah, they're like these, but a light gray right here. They don't seem to have that colorway. I do like the Nike Adidas Reebok styles though. Always appreciated colorways. They're out. Yeah, me too. I don't wear Nikes, Adidas. They are too narrow for my flat feet. I wear Vivo barefoot and feel grounds quite light. And great wild space for flat and wild feet. Okay, my island feet. Doc Martens. You would probably like Doc Martens, yeah. Because Doc Martens are more for flat feet. I don't know. I can't wear Reeboks. I can't. When they first came out, I could, but I can't wear them now. They are way too narrow. Reeboks. I can't wear them. I never liked these, the pennies. I always thought they was ugly. Even when they first came out, I never liked them. Thought they were ugly shoes. It is just amazing. Like, I'd like to be the one that come up with the names of these shoes. And this is probably not a bad basketball shoe. Probably not bad. Yeah, I never liked these. Wear Testers was talking about these ugly motherfuckers. I never liked these. And these are Team when they went to Team. I never liked these. And when they first came out, they were cheap. I thought they were cheap. Now, well, they don't put the stuff in them. Oh, okay. This is ugly Luca. Golf shoes. I like them. They're official. What are these? What are these? Ooh, Night Court Air Vapor Tour Leather. Huh. What kind of tread is on these? Ooh, and they got Zoom Air in them. Huh. These are pretty cheap. I don't know. I can probably get a lighter material to play outdoors. Let's see. Yeah, I was saying those ones, the cut threes have this down the side. The original ones were one of my favorite shoes. This was the first time I was able to get a 12.5. I got them in North Carolina. I forget Michael Jordan's. Anybody out there remember Michael Jordan's shoe store? He had a shoe line. His mother and his sister ran his shoe line. I can't remember the name of that place, but I got my first 12.5s in North Carolina. I was on vacation with my ex-wife. And I can't remember the name of their shoe store because it made the Mall of America for a little while. It's not there anymore. I don't know. I like the art of shoes, you know. Now I got some boots. I'm getting some boots made and getting them coming. So, are these the new ones? They're building a similar one. He's releasing something similar but new. So, I got the Fab Five. Oh, you got those? Okay, you got the Fab Five Hirachis? Yeah, with the ones with the booty in them. Yeah. Those 13s are cool. Yeah, they are. Oh, you got. I'm about to send my boy a couple shoes. I just got to get rid of some stuff. One pair you can see I wore them, but the other pair, shit, the motherfuckers look new, and they're Jordans. He's gonna be happy to get them. He is gonna be happy to get them. I'm looking for them one things. Training. Let's see. They got LeBron separate. What they got in lifestyle? Still tennis shoes. It's like you just ain't hooping in them. It's not some of the same shoes. I was looking at cats in England, looking at their shoes, like their shoe game. They must be I don't know. What? Oh shit. Okay. Went through these. Yeah, I guess I kind of did. Yeah, but this is the big one they pushing now. They pushing these motherfuckers here. They sitting in the stores. The big ones is still 13, 14, still 13s. So some people like them. Yeah, that looks official. He looks official like that. Yeah, that's official. I like that. I agree. I like the blue more, and I like them more than the ones they showing. The blue color way more than that. And I don't get that. Like, why show that colorway? These are Jordans. See, I couldn't get with nothing like that. Those low Jordan 2s, that's some ugly shit. Stay loyal. And I got these winterized 6 rings. Look at this. You can tell it. Let me see. I bet they didn't sell these. Okay. But 120 ain't bad. I just got the other ones. And I like them, but I just can't see getting them when I got the black ones. Even at 120, with the winter being what it is, shit, I brought my fucking boots back upstairs. I'll say this, a lot of these shoes you can get pretty cheap. You know, you go to the outlet and shit, you can get it shit cheap. So it's just whatever your taste is. You know, whatever your taste is. Damn. Some ugly folks. How long have I been going? Oh, wow. I've been going this for long. And I got a pretty easy day tomorrow. I'm going to wake up, put some sweats on. I'm gonna go up the street and go hit some pickleballs in the court if I gotta go by myself. Wrap up. If I gotta go by myself, I just go and hit some balls. I found a ball server, so I'm gonna end up getting one of them. I found a ball server on fucking Amazon that'll shoot balls at me. Golly, did y'all hear about this? Damn, this is debauchery. Wow, where is this at? Son charged with murder after father found decapitated in their home. God damn, what was the father doing to get his head cut off? 32-year-old Pennsylvania man is accused of decapitating his father and then making threats against federal officials in a video posted following the gruesome murder. Damn, this house? Wow. In his 60s. See, that's why you'd have to pop their ass. You pop them and they can't cut your head off. If you pop them, I'm like, I love you, son, but take one in your ass. Wow. Police said the victim was found dead in the bathroom by his wife. The victim had his head cut off, and a machete and a large kitchen knife were found at the scene. Damn, son. The victim's son, the prime suspect, is in the homicide who lived with his father. He fled the residence in his father's vehicle. He was taken in custody a few hours later. Officers located in Indiana Gap after pinging the suspect's cell phone. Okay, so yeah, they can find you. Why wouldn't you throw your cell phone away? Has been charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse. The suspect is denied bail. Damn, he don't look upset at all. God damn, he look a little slow, a little crazy. This nigga's crazy in the motherfucker. He look like a cartoon character. Who's in the video, suspect who says his father was a federal employee refers to the federal government as an enemy and makes threatening statements against the federal agents, judges, and other federal employees. Also stated that Joe Biden is longer empowered to refer to himself as acting president. The video is removed from YouTube. They took his video down. Wow. Look at this motherfucker. He's in there for cutting his father's head off. Does he look pressured? He looks like he's a little touched in the head. Debauchery at its finest. Knock you out. Patrick Ewing's still trying to sell shoes. Yeah, my mother was fucking with that Tamu shit, and she said they was charging her until her bank caught it $7 a day. She bought some bullshit like last summer, like 8-9 months ago, and they've been charging. And once the bill went up to 80, the bank was like, "There's something wrong here." Oh, I think we found another one. When did he die? When was it reported? 4 hours ago. Wow. Well, let's see. Oh, let me see. Okay, you got another one. I think we can count him. His name, we got to write his name down. They call him a legend. And his name is Terry Beasley. Number 7. They're just now reporting it. Beasley, 73, Auburn. Let's see. Who did he? Says he was drafted. Did he play football, though? Beasley was one of the greatest wide receivers. He had 141 receptions, 25 receiving yards, 29 touchdowns. He led the SEC in receptions. He was played with Pat Sullivan. Okay. Was drafted by San Francisco in 72 and was inducted to the college football. So did he play pro football? Doesn't really say. Drafted by the 49ers. Okay. I have to see if he played or not, but he was drafted, so he did have a taste. Doesn't tell how he died. Oh, missed myself. Doesn't tell how he died, so you know it's a sacrifice. Doesn't tell when he died or how he died or nothing. He just died. So this is when you know, and this is low fanfare. This is when you know John McElroy joints are selling. And you know what? Did you see John McEnroe and his daughter are supposed to play Steffi Goff's husband. What was his name? Agassi. Agassi, what is it? So Agassi, no. Steffi Graf and Agassi's daughter are going to play John McEnroe and his daughter in pickleball, and they're televising it. Those 13s are cool. Jacquemin, okay. John McEnroe joints, okay. He put it okay. He put it up on YouTube. Okay, I didn't see it. Damn, that's crazy. So that cat, that's number 6. That's number 6, and it's only going to grow. That 1 year when the Eagles won it, it was up to 17. No, it was up to 22. Excuse me, 22 people that just happened to be, a part of man. Every commercial is showing these ugly Patrick Ewings. Come on, give us a look. These Patrick Ewings are cool. Look at these Patrick Ewings. That's what's all coming up is Ewings. Fuck them Patrick Ewings. I ain't buying that bullshit. 20 baby names that were popular in the 50s. I'm interested in that. Again, it's got European showing. So Elizabeth, okay. Mark, Sharon, Gary, Nancy, Richard, David, Charles, Robert. These are all European names. William, John, Michael, Mary, and James. Biblical names mostly. That's interesting mostly. Did we get him? When did he? Let me see. Yeah, we got him. Why are they reporting it now? Yeah, we got him already. I'm not counting him. I think he already went through. Damn, Ewings. I'm not clicking on Ewings. Nobody likes Ewings. I like Doris Day. Do we need to look at Doris Day? I don't know, y'all. I just can't try to spread too much nigga news. I don't watch too much of it. I don't care what celebrities are doing, especially rap celebrities. It's like I don't watch that shit. Mostly now, man, I listen to jazz. I listen to higher vibrational music. I don't want to hear that murder, death music. Shoot, much as me and my daughter ride, I don't drive a whole bunch. I just chill, I just don't drive. But if I do, I'm playing some high vibrational music. I'm not playing that deaf shit. I'm playing where people playing real instruments and singers is singing and they ain't got to use auto-tune to sing. And that's, to me, that's music to me. Wow. I mean, it's people flip out. And, like if you remember the Jeffrey Dahmer movie, the daddy was taking responsibility at the end. He was trying to say it was him. He thought about killing people when he was the same age. It's just like, I was talking the other day with John Wayne Gacy. I think both of them, it just wasn't them. They probably had help. I'm pretty sure they had help. Again, when John Wayne Gacy got caught, he said, who else you catch? So, they tell these stories like these mass murderers just by themselves and doing debauchery, but a lot of cases, it's just part of the network. And they just one arm of the network. And so it's almost like it's allowed, it's almost like it's allowed. Like if you look at the 80s and 90s, it looked like serial killers was allowed. Almost. Like the law enforcement was so stupid and couldn't catch a dude that's killing from this state to that state to that state. It took you, a bunch of time. Ted Bundy. How Ted Bundy get away so long? So it's almost like they let him do it. It was almost like a ritual too. The way they was killing was ritual like. And it's funny, the government created the hippies And, got rid of the hippies the same way of something they created. Because they saw what was coming. So, they try to intervene and inject themselves in it. So they're in control of it. Like that Sharon Tate bullshit with Manson, that was fake. And I told you, I've mentioned before, I saw a motherfucker look like that Manson character here. I was feet away from this nigga, and he's 5'4", 5'5", a little dude. And it was him, no doubt, or one of him. So that we know that's all fake. That shit was fake. That was to keep people from getting out of communes. That's one part they didn't have control of. People squatting and people taking these lands and living out on their own. They don't want that. Like they don't want tiny houses. Most there's a requirement that most houses are 1,200 square feet. Almost every town. So if you try to build, a bunch of tiny houses like 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 square feet, most places won't let you do it. Because if people downsize, that means people ain't buying as much junk. And if I said many nights, I got a locker full of junk. When I had my apartment, I had a garage and 2 lockers full of junk that I kept for 5 years. They're more like closets, but it was like when I moved in, we both got one closet. When the other person moved out, the other person never used the other one, so I took both closets. I took over both closets. But we collect and keep our junk. Californians don't have to pass a background check every time they buy bullets. You shouldn't. Shit, Walmart used to scan your ID. You go to a gun store, they don't scan your ID. Walmart used to. Then they shamed Walmart into making them stop selling rifles. That's all they was selling, shotguns and rifles. And they made them stop selling that shit. But all this Trump, Biden stuff, what really real difference does it make? Is it worth arguing over? Is it worth, I'm right and you're wrong and our guy won? I mean, doesn't really matter for the average person who wins or who doesn't. I mean, Trump ain't on our side and Biden definitely ain't on our side. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It seems like 24 is going to be a very dramatic year, no doubt. And I don't mean dramatic like we had a few years ago. I mean, it's going to be a new twist to the drama that's going to unfold leading up to this voting. So I think pay attention, more than ever. Pay attention. Be on top of what you're on top of. Because as it gets closer to them voting days, these people is really panicking. I mean, and that's the beast in general. That's society. Society, what did I say many times? And Planet of the Apes 1 showed you, or maybe it was Planet of the Apes 2. If these people that are in charge can't be in charge, that's the end of the world. They would rather blow the world up than let anybody be in charge but the few families that are financially in charge of the world. Oh, shit, yeah. I definitely got to do that. Oh, now this motherfucker writes me. Definitely got to do that. I'll unplug to do that too. I got to start doing some business. I got to do some business. There it is. Do some business. That's all. And we're going on 3 months married. So, money, 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 money. Let me see. I know I played a little bit of ancestral production stuff the other day. But one of the brothers that I love watching, the way his opinion and the way he looks at things, he's a very spiritual brother too. And, I don't think you have to talk down to people for them to understand spirituality. I think you have to, I find myself over explaining in times, trying to over explain points. I mean, that's a good part of it. It's trying to just speak to a level that people can understand. Because spirituality is, it's an individual thing, but yet there are things that you can practice, that I've practiced, that I try to give advice on. And, I say never, spiritually, you can never compare yourself to other people. It's something that's individualized. And so, things that work for me, I try to explain them in a way, that you can really understand them. It's like Dr. Valentine was on, and he was talking about people scamming, and then he was like, well, I'm having a lecture. You can sign up for it. I'm like, okay. But he was trying to, he was trying to go through string theory. And, I think he missed it a little bit because if you, and I guess, if you look at, string theory and source being like a donut, what comes through the donut or as the donut moves through time, space, time, there are different lines of communication, lines that consciousness can go through. This is what string theory is. And I just say that parts of it can be real because sometimes when you meditate, you can get near where you see like it's a source. A lot of people call it the donut. And then you see what's branched out for the donut. Again, for beginners, like when you first get up and can see the golden mean, when you see the golden mean and when you have to go above the golden mean, where you have to go above karma, you have to go above it, But until that point, and it looks more like a giant mushroom going around. But it's, what was it called? Tech gods. American Gods kind of showed it when they went to Wisconsin and they got on that merry-go-round. Remember all the gods to get together, they had to go on the merry-go-round at first? It's kind of the same kind of concept. But once you get above that, I mean, it can, until you go to where you come from, where your conscious comes from, that it can look like you're going through little tunnels. Yeah. And the tunnels can look like strings because it's not, as you're going down one, you see multiple ones. So that kind of, sort of, but as you get deeper into your consciousness, that goes away. And so what you see is, at least for me, is like purple seems to be the way you move. Like when you're in purple, you're moving. It seems like it's like the thing that moves you is purple. I guess, unless, you're seeing, and for me, I've never seen, how do I describe it? So once you get to a certain point, you start seeing things that look more solid. Fractals, but building like the fractals that are for you, you start seeing buildings built out of those kind of fractals. So you no longer are seeing, so it's like it almost turns into where you're walking in a village, your village. And the fractals that are given to you in your consciousness from your ancestors in your DNA, that comes up. So it's where your ancestors, yeah. And you can add things to that too. As I've said, the Skull Library is there. When I go there, that's there now. And that's putting it in your bag. So that's where string theory, to me, doesn't explain it all. And again, they, like a neutrino ain't fucking with string theory. Neutrinos are born out of black holes. So how does they move freely? They're one of the freest movers. Light, you can capture light. You can't capture neutrino. And to me, that seems like the ultimate of what you want to put your consciousness in. Something that can't be trapped or stopped, and it avoids black holes. And it's the fastest thing in the universe. So to me, I would want to have a vehicle, or I want to turn into that. That to me seems like one of the ultimate things to turn into. So just kind of wanted to break that down a little more. Where I thought he kind of left a little bit on the table. The world is a ghetto. Don't you know that it's true? And for me, and for you, the world is a ghetto. What the fuck is this? Oh, we might go to the movies tomorrow night. We're going bowling, but we might go to movies after we go bowling. This is some bullshit. It's not helpful at all. What is this? Okay. Okay. I'll check that out later. Oh. But yeah, y'all, it's like the heat's not going crazy. I got the window open, because this room would get heat, but I got the window open. I know my plant's right there. I'd get on my son. Oh, I got to answer him back. I forgot. I got to get this done, and then I'll answer that nigga back. But I know he's at work. He works for UPS, so I know he's at work. He about to go to work. What time is it? Yeah, he's going to work. I think has to be at work at 4. And they work 4 till they get done. So I got to write him back. Oh. Federal judge dismisses Disney's lawsuit against DeSantis. But it's just funny. We get taxed on our checks. We get taxed on our gas. I mean, these people, that govern us have like free credit cards. These people go into government not rich, and then they all of a sudden, like Biden, they become rich. Biden was one of the poorest people to ever go. In modern times, he was one of the poorest people to ever go into being a senator. And then look how rich his family is now. So you tell me that they got rich just naturally rich. They just made good investments. Like he didn't make any other investments till he was allowed to be a senator. And people forget. Biden tells you he's a Zionist. So anybody thinks that he's any ceasefire in the Middle East, he already told you he is a Zionist. Nancy Pelosi said it. America would be burning and they would still get money from us. That's what she said it more than once. I found it on here and showed it. So no need to show it again. You can go back and catch it. So that's how they feel about us. And, and I said before, you got your little punk ass. What did they give people? Maybe $3,000, $1,200 altogether. And yet the money they gave Israel was like $50 million for each citizen. That's how much they think about you and your tax money. That they can give each person in Israel $50 million. That's what the money they gave them during COVID. $50 million per Israeli citizen. Now, of course, the average person didn't get that much, but that's what it averaged to. And they ain't arresting none of them people to say they got fake loans. It's just Americans. Just Americans. And that was such a get these loans and then we're going to come back after you. People should have understood that. We're giving these loans out, but we're going to come back and get you. I mean, anytime they hand money out that easily, it's something going with it. And niggas was just doing that shit without, we can just get all this money and nobody ever know I can buy whatever I want to buy. Now you seeing motherfuckers go to jail left and right. One lady got money and she wasn't even making the dinners and the lunches for the people. Like she didn't even do the work. Like she could have made a killing and still did the work. That's the bad thing about it. I did the story about that lady last week. She could have frauded the government and still got the money. She could have helped the people, made still a big profit. And that's how greedy people get. See, gold is up to right now. Gold is when I came on, it was 2060. I just showed you it was 2056. Now it's up to 2059. So 6 activists convicted of illegally blocking abortion clinic. And there's a book that everybody should read. It's called its popularity called Poor White Trash, but it's 400 years of class distinction. But it's popularly called. I mean, you should read that. It tells you. It breaks down the way the elites feel about the common man and the poor people. I mean, do you know if do you know if you went into a mental institution, they were sterilizing you? Because they said they didn't want you to keep they didn't want you to keep this bad crazy blood mixing, so they were sterilizing people. So did you know that once you went into a mental place, they would sterilize you because they said they didn't want you passing on the bad genes. That's why for a long time the blue bloods married each other. Again, we all know the presidents are all related. The presidents are all related. So, I mean, it's been like this, and no one questions it enough, and no one puts pressure on the government. The original march on the government was supposed to be to shut the government down in '63 with King and Ralston and all them was supposed to shut the government down. Farrakhan came up here and scammed people. He did a million man scam. What did they do? Supposed to show just unity instead of really shutting it down, having a real agenda. There was no agenda, the same shit. It was to enhance and popularize Farrakhan and make some bread. They was handing for money and donations. People done did all this money to get there. They handing out trash cans for donations. We just need everybody to give $1, and then they got the trash cans like you in the church. So tell me that ain't a scam. That was a scam. Instead of really trying to stop government. And now look what they did. It's too late. They protected themselves. They fenced themselves in. You can't go around all that before. They did a fake thing. They did a fake rush in the Capitol. It was all fake. They fake convicting people. I mean, it was all fake. As I said before, America got killers. We have the most efficient killers in the history of killers. And so if it was a real takeover of government, them senators, them people would have been taken out. If it was real. Wouldn't have been kicking and fighting and getting pepper sprayed. No, that ain't the way they do it. They do it silently and quickly. And people is discovered. If they wanted to overthrow the government, it would be silent. Wouldn't be loud. Them killers that they got in the way they trained, man, you can't believe that stuff. No killers was on Capitol Hill then, or they would have been taken care of. That is what these people are trained to do. So it was all an act. And what people had called for, go up there and shut the government down. Occupy all them buildings, shut the government down. Every person in America should have did it. All 300 million should have went closest you can get, stop every traffic, stop everything from coming in, band together, the people, 300 million people band together and say, enough is enough. Because look at all the taxes we pay and look at all the money they waste. The U.S. Navy is the biggest polluter in the world. The biggest polluter in the world. And they want to talk to you about green energy and make you drive an electric car. Now, there are some nuclear-powered boats, submarines, ships. That does exist. But there's a lot of them old ones that still take gasoline. They tell you the government can't pay the soldiers, but the soldiers are still obligated to fight. You understand that, don't you? When them soldiers sign them contracts, even if they don't get paid, they still have to do their job. And they can be threatened with court-martial, right? So hey, no, if you signed up, it's in there that if you don't get paid, it doesn't matter. You still got to do your job. Ain't like you can go to strike in the Army. Army and Navy, you can't go on strike. You can't say, you motherfuckers pay us or we're breaking. That ain't happening. It don't work like that. Nigga, you get your check next week, go work. So that's how it works. How am I? Oh, 2:54. Okay, I'll go a little over 3 hours. So I don't know. I try to put a message out there that everybody, if I think it's too deep, I try to really think about how to tell the people about it. And, like I look at my own personality, like my last serious relationships, I would have married any of those other women. I really would have. The young lady that I had on here, I mean, I really could have built something with her. The one I have that does a meditation. But again, her vision, just was very hollow. And, I am not a perfect person. I'm perfectly imperfect. So I don't come up here and try to pretend I'm something that I'm not. I mean, what you see is me. These boxes all around, this is me. This is my altars. This is all me, my personality. But it does look like we're getting this big monster out of here. So I'll be able to kind of have a little more room. Move the table over there and have a little more room. So that does look like that's happening. Then I can get the other stuff in here and see what I can put together. See what I put together. Oh, okay. I was like, what happened? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm going to go a few more minutes. But it's really like it's hard to look at like the way the melanated people, what they're facing in America. There's never going to be, I mean, we are people that would never be reunited. There's too many things that divide us. And so it's hard to I mean, what people don't understand is there's so much propaganda used against us that it's almost impossible for us to unite. Because there's so much, how do I put this? There's so much sabotage for positivity. There's so much negative that can replace positive things. I mean, even like looking at something like LeBron putting a school together, where that's misleading in a lot of ways. But it's more positive than what Umar did. I mean, Umar he got all this money from people, and then all of a sudden he made himself relevant again. Mr. Black, Mr. Pro-African, Pan-African. And it's like people forgot that he just scammed hundreds of thousands of dollars. Apparently he didn't do anything illegal because they didn't lock him up. He apparently paid taxes for the money he collected. Especially if they was checks. And, he probably was before Cash App, so he was probably getting checks. So all that you got to declare. And he ain't in jail, so he probably paid his taxes or paying them. And they let him be relevant again. That's how forgiving people are. But you see artificially how people are pushed. I've said about Country Wayne. Country Wayne was so artificially pushed on Facebook. I mean, I've had to block that Country Wayne 20 times. 20 times, if not more. It's another name coming up, and this Country Wayne. So you see how they artificially plant. That's what he called it, plants. And they artificially push people. Like I was telling you, I was just showing Snell, and now he's crying. He about 10 years. But what about Shotty Vaughn? He only got to play 4 years, and he was the number 1 pick. What happened to him? He got nowhere near. He got to play somewhere else. Eat that funky food, live somewhere else, drink their water. Well, bottled water. But what was it about Tony Snell that he didn't have? And if you looked at the two, Shotty was a higher pick. And how all of a sudden they just like, fuck that number 1 pick. Both clubs like, fuck him. We just get rid of him. And that's the danger. Like take a Shotty's life. He is artificially pushed through. All-American, McDonald's in the game, plays 1 year at Vegas, gets number 1 pick. And then he's out in 4 years. And just as quick as they can raise you, they can put you out. And it almost seems like they're trying to destroy you. And you look back, it's like, why didn't they like me? My play wasn't all that bad. Everybody needs experience to see if you really can play. And then we see Ghana's brother. We see the other twin, the goofy twin, that's playing for LA too. The ones that recently got to commercials. Why are 4 brothers on one team taking up spots when only 2 of them, and really the one that started, the brother with the short hair, I mean, really, is he that great? He's journeyman. Both of them are journeymen. Both of them are journeymen. But, you know, a lot of what we see is people are just artificially raised. And you know, like we look at like Will Chamberlain, and even though the games are fixed, like they didn't know how to even fix them for him. His first 3 games was like 40 points, 40 rebounds. Next game, 40 points, 28 rebounds. Next game, 40 points, 35 rebounds. They didn't even know how to fix games for him. They had never seen anything like him before. Now, we can definitely say we've seen another Michael Jordan. All you got to do is say David Thompson and Dr. J. If we compare players, we have seen the Michael Jordan type of player. That's why it's hard to say Michael Jordan was the greatest, because, again, we can look at people that was just like Michael Jordan. David Thompson and Dr. J. Well, they weren't as good as defenders as Jordan was. Well, okay. It shows, Joy. How you doing, Joy? Well, I'm gonna lose my pen. It shows just how great players are that didn't make bigs because of unfair circumstances. Yeah, that's a lot of, you know. And I always go back to Tim Reed. You know, a person that had the world #1 player, all state, and you know his senior year, because he didn't have a bed or was sleeping on the floor. His circumstances, you know, somebody say, hey, we can go in this house and they left their beds. And he gets caught for breaking in a house to get a bed. And, you know, you would think that somebody would come along and, you know, hey, you know, Tim, you know, let's give Tim a break for this. No. They threw the book at him. And so he didn't play his senior year in high school. And despite that, he still got a scholarship to play at U of D. But again, nobody sat down and said, look, and this is what I told my nephew. When I went to, my nephew smokes weed every day. I told him, I said, look, when you go down there, don't let them know your business. If you want to go somewhere and get high, go somewhere and get high. Take some candy or something so you don't smell. But do it by yourself till you see what's going on. And what they call it, knowing the ropes. Until you learn the ropes, get high by yourself. Don't, you know, learn people. Now, he wasn't able to be able to go and stay, but that was like advice I was giving him, you know. Until you learn how the place operates, you got to be cool. But see, in Tim's life, there was no one to tell him that. The handler that got him into U of D, that they ain't give him no advice. They ain't know this is the first time this boy been free, other than if he had to go to, you know, juvenile jail. And then we have this wasted talent. You know, we have this person and there's 8 million stories like that. He ain't the only one. There's 8 million stories like that. I have a story of a cat was All-American as a junior, got kicked off the team as a senior. Jealousy. And as far as I know, never went to college. All-American as a junior. But yet, no opportunities. I don't know if he went to Vietnam. I know he went to the Army during Vietnam times. I don't know his story. He ended up dying of AIDS. He was, you know, shot heroin. And that's funny. The cat's that's 6-7 years older than me shot heroin. My cousin that his team made it to the quarterfinals, I think his senior year in high school, he was a heroin addict. Or it was shortly after. He was like probably a heroin addict, 18, 19 years old, started shooting heroin. These cats was heroin addicts their whole life. And it's funny, you know, both cats, you know, the one guy said died of AIDS. My cousin died just recently. He's, what would he been? 70 season or 71 season maybe. So what, 8 years older than me? So he would have been 70. So he probably died at 65, 66, you know. There's a lot of them cats, you know, they started fucking around with powder, started fucking around with crack too. You know, heroin addicts that started fucking around with crack and powder. You know, they was fucking around with everything. So, you know, a lot of them cats Bad habits. But can you imagine being 18 years old and a heroin addict, 19 years old and a heroin addict? Like you hear of Earl, the goat, mini goat. The reason why he didn't play pro ball because when he couldn't pass a physical. Because when they looking at his body, he got track marks. He was about to make the team in the Jazz, or not the Jazz, the Utah Stars. He's about to make that team until the physical. He had made the team and then he went to take a physical. And he's like, hey, this dude's the heroin addict. And he had got himself clean and everything, but they ain't believe him. But it's amazing, you know, you look at those cats from that generation, how they just thought, man, you know, I mean, like think of the way people think today. Like it was no time in my life that I was like, man, you know, this heroin looks pretty good. Like pass that over to me. Let me put my arm up and shoot some shit in me. Now I've snorted that shit, and that shit is hard on your stomach when you snort it. But I'll admit, it gives you them good dreams. You snort a couple of them lines, and that shit'll have you good dreams. Good dreams. And if you snort heroin and then you snort coke, oh man, that shit is like it almost tears you in part the way it feels. Because it is like, 1 minute you feel like you're speeding like a motherfucker, and then something like, it just, things slow down. And it's really, it's kind of a hell of a thing to experience. The two kind of up and down the way it hits you. You know, that adrenaline starts to come out. You know, that's why most people trip out. You know, when you get high and adrenaline comes out, you know, most people freak out because adrenaline can just keep feeding you. And most people, you know, that's panic attacks. You're too much adrenaline is coming out in some instances. So, but yeah, breaks, opportunities, you never know, you know. And I look back at me, it's like as much blessed as I was in sports, I think they didn't want me to have to sell my soul or sell my energy signature. I really think I look back as like the ancestors, like, I know how bad you want this, but you know, we have another plan for you. And, you know, I've lived a golden life. You know, I've lived a golden life. I have. You know, I've had the ups and downs. Like I say, I'm perfectly imperfect, but the way it's led me here right now and the way I am, like my wife was like, I'd be, you know, if you cheated on me, and I'm like, shit, cheated on you. Matter of fact, like it's like, first of all, okay, for me to even, how would I even meet another woman? Now I look good every day. I'm dressed up and shit, and people, I guess I'm gonna switch a little bit. It's funny the way people look at, especially melanated people, the way we look at each other. I mean, like I go to the chiropractor and I'm leaving, and the doctor, his other chiropractor leaves me. She always comments on my shoes. The first thing she does is look at my shoes. I remember I went into JB's the other day. The first thing a motherfucker did, look down at my shoes, because they look at how I look up top, and then they look at my shoes. And that's just funny how people will look at you, like they'll see you and then they'll look to see what kind of shoes you got on, especially if they see your outfit. But it's a funny phenomenon. And so I get that all the time where, you know, I get checked out by people. And I catch people checking me out. You know, women are trying to not, you know, walk by you like they didn't really check you out, because you can see their expression. Because like, it's funny to look at the expression on a woman's face where she's checking you out and she don't think you notice her. Because I saw a woman see me and she was like smiling, looking at me. And then she got close and saw I was looking at her. She took the smile off. She was trying to be like, well, I wasn't checking you out. Like, bitch, you was checking me out. But I'll say that's what's getting older, is it's like that dog in you ain't really there anymore, where everybody you see you want to talk to. Can I holler? Can I holler? Can I holler? I mean, it's just not there. And maybe that's testosterone makes me not want to hound chicks. Because the other part, hey, it's fun. Sex in the 60s is fun. If you can be 60 years old and still have sex, well, you's a lucky motherfucker, because, hey, it's fun to have sex still. You know. But for me to, like, just, I don't know, just to holler. I have not seen anybody that would just, now I naturally talk to people. I do. I naturally talk to people. But just to be like, because I saw one lady, this chick, I don't know what she does, but this chick is, wow, she has to be 6'6", at least. And I saw her, we were somewhere, and I saw her again today, and she had 2 little boys with her, which remind me of my boys. And I was just thinking, damn, one day they're going to be, if her man is big as her, and I don't know if they were both, but the way they were following, they looked like they was our boys. But it was just, and I naturally notice people like that. Some of that I've seen before, but it was like all I really was thinking, like, man, I've been through that. Can you imagine one day they might be 6'7", 6'8"? So, let me write my son back. Let me write him back. Yeah, he was getting ready to go to work because he's off Saturday, Sunday, I think. But he gets his important mail here, so he got his deposit back. So I'm interested to see how much his deposit he get back. Because he wouldn't clean the cat litter all the time, and Dr. Sinister, we still cooking? Yeah, I'm a cook for a little while longer. Then I'm about to go off. Because I'm not coming on tomorrow, and I'll be back on Saturday night. So I'm only doing 3-4 nights a week. Yeah, I'm only doing Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday. Yeah, and Wednesday. Yeah. So I'll come back Saturday. But I don't do Fridays. I don't do Tuesdays, and I didn't do Monday, and I think I'm gonna stop doing Mondays too. So I'll just maybe do 3 days a week. And with the Super Bowl coming on, we'll cover it. We'll cover it, and I'll put in my picks. Saturday be good. I'll get a couple more days, and I'll put in my pick. Yeah, but if the advice I give, Kelsey, man, I'm still look at this. If it's looking like Kelsey can get that MVP, 1,500. That's nice. You passing knowledge and spiritually helps a lot of people. Some things you said help me out. Brother says your spiritual path has been great. Pass on your experience. Well, thank you. And that's what it's about. When people ask me about things, and I try to give them my what I've experienced in the past and what worked for me. I can't necessarily say what worked for me is going to work for everybody. Yeah, my wife wanted me to bring some of the crystals up here. She said it was too much energy, which could be. And this is one of my my wands. This is called Smoky Quartz, and this has a rainbow in it. Bought it from a very beautiful soul. I think she's in Indonesia, getting her yoga training. She's deep. She hit me like, do you want to, again, everybody's hustling the spiritual thing. And I'm like, like I get people want to read me, do readings on me. Now, my one girl, what's her name? Let me see. Their names are so, let me see. So one is One Divine. And then what was my other friend named Lee? I got to do replay of Lee. I got to show her back on here, but she's the only one I would let read me. I wouldn't let anybody else because you can watch on here what I've got, I don't know, 4 years worth of videos. And for years, I went 5 days a week, or some days, I went 5-6 days a week. So it'd be easy to go back and watch me and then try to give me a reading. I don't think that's fair to me. It'd be too easy to manipulate it by just watching me. Now, my friend down there in Atlanta, yeah, I smell weed. Somebody smoking weed outside. 3:30 in the morning, somebody smoking weed outside. Weed is because I got the window open. Because it's not that cold. But they say foggy again. I mean, man, these clouds are crazy. Oh, but anyway, I hold it this way. And this is very protective. Wands, again, you have to get the energy to move. But this is quartz too. So I think when you start with crystals, quartz gives you a good base of what, quartz will warm up. Like this crystal and this one, this one's still warm for me just holding it. And so they'll warm up, like I was reading about, like you can rub, the pink tourmaline and what it will do. But quartz will do the same way. You hold it, it'll warm up. So, you've got a little electricity. And this is a solid, but this is not as you seeing it, you see it as a solid, but it's really not. This is vibrating and moving. Let me see if I can get it to rainbow. See if I can get the rainbow to show. I'm just reflection. And so if I hold this, this warms up to you. And so when you feel it warmth, you feel it, kind of feel warmth, you'll start feeling a slight little zing or charge. And what's interesting, when you get into meditating with crystals, when you close your eyes, you start seeing little lights or bloops or little, like, it looks like little worm things, like it's the crystals actually start saying hello. I wear everything when I meditate, so all the crystals start coming in. So it's like, yeah, which one is you? Which one? Because they all start coming, but they say hello to you, And so, can't say everybody can be that in tune, but if you are that in tune, that's something to look for to see if the crystal is reacting to you. Is when you close your eyes, did anything flash, any color flash, and it's can be blue, yellow, green, rarely orange, but sometimes, but rarely oranges. Just don't see a lot of oranges from the crystals. But that's kind of how they can communicate with you. Now, skulls are a little different. Skulls can mess around and they'll, as I've said, this skull has never done it, but skulls will tell you their name. You ask a skull, what the fuck is your name? And some skulls, if you wait, they'll answer you. Now, I don't mean the motherfucker talk here, but in your mind, you'll be like, hey, my name is so-and-so. Now, I wrote down their names, so I got to look back and see all the skulls. I got their names. I done forgot most of their names, but I got it written down somewhere. But that's kind of the energy that the skulls would give you. They would literally shoot a name in your mind if you ask it. So that's, again, to see if you're in tune with it. So. And don't, and one big thing is don't trust everybody with your spirituality. Know who to share what you feel with and know who don't. I mean, it's like they say in the song, know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know your crowd. Know your crowd. And that's the same way, telling your personal business with people you don't really know, especially your, people you work with. Know your crowd. So there's some things you can share and some things hold close to you. And, know yourself too, because know if you're just a nervous talker, because a lot of people be just nervous talkers, know if that's you. Because you want feedback from somebody you're working with, so you start, divulging more and more. But if that's you, catch yourself. Well, I'm in past 3 hours, so I think I'm good for tonight. Those of you, come on, we'll have a Super Bowl, pre-Super Bowl, and I will pick on Saturday who I pick. I think 6 days out is good enough, and I'll put everything together. So thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. I got to look up these shoes. Let me write that down. Sean, what are these shoes you said you wear? Vivo. Okay. Let me write that down. Well, let's look those up together. I'm not hip to those. Let me see. We might can find these. Here we go. Oh, boots. Right here. Oh, I like these. Okay. Oh, these are nice. Ooh. Man, these are nice. I like the way they're made. Okay, don't hit me to something. Let's see what kind. Let's see. Oh, shit. They got a bunch of shit. Okay. Oh, they got a bunch of shoes. I'm not hip to these at all. Wow. I don't know. These might not have enough. Now, I could probably wear the boots. I don't think I could wear these other ones. I could probably wear these boots. Put my inserts in them. I like these, though. Man, I ain't even hip to these. Look at the stitching. Okay, I wonder. Rugged, simple, warm, and durable leather boot with hard-working style and a barefoot sole. I have to have cushion, though. I must admit, I have to have cushion. And I would like to know how cushiony these are. Thermal insoles. Okay, they have thermal insoles. Releases heat. Okay. Feel the ground, though. Yeah, I don't know if I could feel the ground too much. I I wonder where they sell these. Do they sell these around here? Or you got to only order these. I don't know if I could wear these. Show inside of them. Yeah, I don't know about that. Ooh, I don't know. I'd like to try them though. I like the way they're made though. This part. Yeah. Okay. Something new. Might have to try the boots though. I like the boots. Okay. I see you. I see you, Sean. All right. I like these. I feel you. I feel you. You hit me to something I didn't even know. Puncture resistant, thermal insole, built-in temperature regulating. The thermal smart responds to naturally charging temperature of your feet, keeping them warm or cool. That is a good deal. I need insole though. I really need insole. I wonder, well, US, they got the US sizes here. Okay, Vivo Barefoot. Okay. I'm gonna have to check them out if you like them, but they don't have soles. It's like you're walking barefoot, brother. Yeah, I can't walk barefooted. Yeah, I couldn't walk barefooted. I'd have to have insoles. Yeah, I can't walk barefooted. Shit, I don't even walk barefoot around the house. I wear these motherfuckers. Where they at? No, they're over there. Yeah, I don't even walk barefoot around the house. Got hiking boots and their sports shoes. They're great. Okay. Yeah, I can't walk barefooted, but I like they got a bunch of different ones. I mean, look at those. These are nice. I like this color. Wow. I don't know. I still like to try them out just to see. Just to see. They got some good options here. These are women's. Oh, I like the way these look. Let's check them out. Ah, okay. Give you a little more back here. Huh. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Are quite thin layer. Yeah, the running shoes are quite thin, but hiking boots, they go for the cushion. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I have insoles that match anything. I like the style of these though. I definitely like the style. And the price ain't bad. I mean, I look at the quality of these shoes and I'm okay, the price is with the quality. That's what I look for. Is like, does the quality match the price? And from what I'm seeing, they match the price. I mean, look at just the stitching here. Look at all that. I mean, some thoughtfulness. And then as you get here, I mean, just look at that. How, you don't see many shoes that you can see the curvature of your foot. Most shoes don't offer this. Where they really show the curvature of your foot. I'm impressed by that. Really impressed by that. So I think, they're worth it. I think. So he hipped us to something new. Well, thank you, Brother Sean. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming out. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I was a little late. I got to watching TV and shit. I got to watching that Alexander shit, and before I knew it, I was like, oh, shit, I got to come up here and go on tonight. So I thank everybody who watched. I thank everybody who was able to make comments. And